Referee, can we do a mic check, please?
They're busy at the moment.
Tonight's game. I want to remind everyone that broadcasting and streaming rights of this event belong exclusively to the NFHS network, the Michigan
are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game Night. The drive to Detroit continues here on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio from beautiful Sailor Stadium and Mona Shores. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, and CT Byron Center in town tonight. This is not just a rematch of one of the best games of the regular season, but quite simply just one of the best games in the entire state of Michigan tonight.
It really is a Week 4 matchup between these two teams, one that was a bit of a defensive slugfest the first time around, and whoever's able to come out on top of this one looking like they could go on a deep playoff run, possibly even to Ford Field.
Absolutely. Division II game here, and these two teams, the first time around, kind of a defensive slugfest, 14-12. These are teams that love to run the ball. They both defend very well as well. It's a game that may look a little sloppy, may look a little tough back and forth, but these two teams are as good as it gets at playing that sort of game.
They really are. The last time they met, low scoring, but I think that speaks to the talent that they have on the defensive side. Two really well-coached teams for years they have been, so wouldn't be surprised if it's low scoring, but a really good football game.
Absolutely. We've got a lot to get to here on our Bennett Center Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're actually going to throw it back to us in the MGN studio. We'll break down this game. We'll take a look around at the rest of the area as well.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game Night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a Center can do for you. What a game. 14-12, though, the first time they played. I expect the same. Two teams again. Powerful ski gun attack with power spread. They do a little bit of everything, a little bit of that kind of wing tee from the gun with Alaska as a wing mixed in for BYRON Center. I mean, it was 14-12 last time. I would not be surprised if it's almost the exact same or maybe even lower scoring this time in a lot of ways. These teams are going to pound on each other. It's going to be, I was telling you before, this is going to be a very high-level football game that might look sloppy and low-scoring because they both play in the trenches at such a high level that I think it might wind up looking like a kind of stymied slugfest, even though it's being played at a really high schematic level.
Right. Yeah, I think, when you look at some of the all-conference players from the regular season and the offenses for both of these teams get a lot of attention. They've got some stars on the offensive side of the ball, but, yeah, you look at that first matchup and just how big the defenses were for both teams, and they don't get as much of the attention as they probably deserve, but two teams that are really physical, can, as you mentioned, control the defensive line in the trenches, got some tremendous linebackers and secondaries that can hold up against solid passing attacks from either side, and there's no doubt that in a tight game like this, in a district championship style of game where these two teams already really slugged it out defensively one time, we could see the exact same game being played out again.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I was about to say, arguably the top quarterback game in the state, but actually not arguably, because Bryce Underwood and whatever the younger car at Saline are playing, so not quite. But former future Michigan quarterback Bryce Underwood, we'll say on the show for a second straight week. But the quarterback battle, 3-year plus starters. Tungate was up as a freshman. They do it differently. I mean, you can kind of break that down, but this is as good of a quarterback game for sure as we're going to see in West Michigan with Pittman. What he does as a thrower and a physical runner, then Tungate as a run it 15, 20 times a game runner and also a passer.
Yeah, both guys that are extremely effective and have been tremendous playmakers for years. I think Tungate, a guy that is just really dynamic with his legs and, of course, has some receivers, and they throw the ball quite a bit as well, but his ability in the run game, whether that's designed runs or whether it's on those designed rollouts where he's going left or right, and it's not an RPO by the typical definition of it, but it's essentially he's rolling out, there's routes down the field, and if the coverage isn't there, they're playing man, whatever, he can take off and run, and he just makes these big plays. And so I think he's probably more of the threat with his legs. Of course, still does a lot through the air as well, but Pittman, a guy that's just a stockier quarterback, a guy that's going to stand in the pocket, has a big arm, can deliver the ball down the field, but then also can run it a little bit. He won't be as featured as much in the run game, but when he does, he can run people over, and both just really effective in racking up yardage for their team.
And Coach Koziak's talked about that with Pittman. Is he really, the number one thing he worked on in the offseason was being physical, running the football, and you know, it creates, let's talk about it, a duo of physical runners, and both these teams physical. The way that BYRON Center uses their team has changed. Luke Laska, who another one of these 4-year players, I think I heard if it weren't for Isaac Lee being injured his freshman year, he probably would have been a 4-year guy too. But Laska, 4-year guy as well up on varsity, primarily linebacker, of course, and leading the defense. But he's been a running back, just a straight running back. He's moved more to wing and being a halfback or a wing back out of this, again, shotgun wing T sort of attack that will get him involved coming from the wing in some things. And he's got the Payne brothers of Cam and Kellen that have kind of taken that role now more as just big physical runners. On the other side, Tamarion Ike Stewart for Mona Shores, big physical runner. So when you normally think about these teams in the past, you think about maybe quicker running backs, maybe less so BYRON Center, but at least Mona Shores out of the ski gun, quick running backs like what I've always had with the slots and whatever. The backfields itself are as physical as I can ever remember for these two teams matching up now against each other with how they've mixed things this year.
Yeah, they really have a tremendous balance, and it's a lot of what makes their offenses both so talented and so effective is that for BYRON Center, you've got those power guys, a rotation, a depth of guys that right there can complement Tungate pretty well, where you've got the speed quarterback, a guy that can make some big plays and stretch the field in the run game. You've got some powerful guys in that backfield that add an element of physicality to it and can be those tough for yardage type guys. And And then on the Mona Shores side of things, where you've got a quarterback that's the more physical guy and can run the ball a little bit, but you've also now got in Stewart a featured back, a guy that you can give the ball to quite a bit, and he can kind of take a game over if you give him multiple touches, of course, a physical back as well. So I think they use them a little bit differently in what they're asked to do, but they complement each other's quarterbacks really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so much more to get into as well in this one. Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Granville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com. First off here, you have Hudsonville and Granville, of course, talk about that. So then, this is the rest of where things are at. Brighton, not Oxford. They're playing. Oxford's on the other side of the draw, which, again, this team does loom in here. Clarkston, of course. So that's how it's setting up in D1. But again, kind of the favorite there, Howell. We'll see. Brighton played a great game last week. They're good, but again, T versus T certainly is an interesting talking point, to say the least, with the way that D1 works out there. And I think regardless, it's going to be interesting for Granville or Hudsonville because, A, you get T versus T, but then Hudsonville's in a great position because if they win and it is Howell, well, they've already lost to Howell, but so never mind on this point. But my point was going to be, how great is it that they get to see a T team? They know more about stopping T teams than most have, but guess what? The only game Hudsonville's lost. So I was setting you up for a point. If you want to take it, you may, but the point has been undercut.
Yeah, no, I think you're on the right track there. I think I follow where you were going with it. It was one of Howell's closest games of the season. It was week 1, so, a lot has changed since then. But, 20-17 game. If it's Hudsonville, they get a rematch at their only loss, and a close one there. And if it's Granville, it's T on T, and Bulldogs have to feel like if there's anyone that knows the T and is prepared to stop it, it's them in D1. So
there's one team that has Jaden Terry, and the other one doesn't.
That's exactly
a little
right.
bit of the X factor if you got that. Division 2. So obviously lined up Mona Shores, Byron Center, our game, and then other side Porter Central. Matt, again, I think the number one thing I'm looking at, obviously we know Dexter's good. East Lansing is obviously very good. We know that, but I do think things line up a little bit. This might be a game that determines who goes to Ford Field this weekend that we got.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's kind of what we had talked about when we made our picks earlier. This is a big one early on in this championship. Whoever wins this one is set up really well to go on a pretty deep run.
Division 3, we can make some picks in this one. DeWitt, I think, beats Lowell. I think Lowell's a good team, but DeWitt is a monster this season. So really, St. Joe, Zeeland West, I would say we both picked Zeeland West to win the championship. But regardless, I think, they're the favorite. So really the most interesting game here to me is Coopersville Forest Hill Central. So Forest Hill Central plays a 7-0 game against EGR last week. I think Forest Hill Central, obviously the favorite. They're the 1 seed in this one. I'll say it, though. I love the pass game with Bo Harris and Brooks Haddon. That could be an X factor. If this is a grinded-out type of game, I actually think Coopersville is going to win this one over FHC.
Okay. Yeah, when I was filling out my brackets a week ago, I had Forest Hill Central winning this one. I think it should be a really good game. I think Coopersville has been a really physical team and can grind it out as well as anyone. So if we get another similar game to what FHC and EGR just played, could be a really good one there. But I think I'm sticking with Forest Hill Central.
I think it'll be really close. And so JJ Hurtis for their lineman at offense, or stud lineman at Coopersville, he just decommitted from Western. So I don't know if that's a Western-related thing more so. I think a couple guys kind of dropped in there, or if it's I have Power 4 offer or something. If you remember, Gabe Van Sickle did something similar, committing very late to Ohio State. I think he got his, what do they do? They do that stripe. But again, I go from the Great West Michigan kid, but, whatever. He got the stripes or whatever taken off his black, whatever they do that, the black stripes. He can't play until then. It's their form of a red shirt, but he still is red shirting. Or they've got weird traditions down there. I like losing to Michigan every year for the last 3 years. You can't even see us talking about this because I already have the next game up on screen. This is the one I think I want to talk about for the longest this segment. Unity Christian, South Christian. So my question to you is, I think we both think Unity wins. I think. Okay. I think Unity wins.
Yeah, I mean, I think Unity wins as well. I think we'll break it down.
Okay.
Why there's a slight concern potentially, but
right. So Carson Viss is back. The fact that Viss, they lose these 4 games in a row, and then I found out later that it sounds like Viss was not 100% healthy and moving correctly, and now he's moving well and they're winning games again. It puts something in there because if there's one team from the area that can maybe extend plays, do enough to beat pressure, do something over the top to score points with you, score points with Unity, it might be a healthy Carson Viss-led South Christian. That's the only reason why this game gives me a little bit of pause.
Yeah, I think so too. I think for the way it was looking there for a little bit for South Christian, you kind of assumed they were down and out a little bit, and this Unity team would roll them a little bit. But yeah, it's so hard to bet against a healthy Carson Viss, and after what we've seen him do the last couple of years and going into the season, he was one of my picks, South Christian as a team, and him leading the way were prediction to be back at Ford Field, and things have changed a little bit since then, and they're going to have to be
your team of the year, right?
I think they were. Yeah, I'd have to look back to see. I know I was pretty high on them. Just visions of that state championship game from a year ago where he just went crazy, and so it's kind of that's always in the back of your mind is that if he does something like that, if he's the brightest star on the field that day, and he just goes crazy and makes some plays. This is kind of where what we talked about earlier with the Unity team is figuring out how good that defense is.
Yes.
If they're holding Carson Viss in check and they keep him, he doesn't rush for many yards, the passing game doesn't really get going. That's where I think the Unity, you start talking about this is an all-time great defense for them.
And I think we know how good the linebackers in the front, I think the front 7, front 8 in general, I think we know how good they are. For me, the question was they look great against Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
How good is that secondary?
Right.
And I tend to believe that secondary is that good.
Right.
But that's what we're kind of yet to have to learn, I think, a little bit exactly. On to Division 5, West Catholic, Catholic Central. West Catholic the favorite to win this game. I think we both certainly would say that. But you got to beat the reigning champs to get to be the champs. I think, like other divisions, again, Frankenmuth hanging out in there is really good. They're playing Belding. I think this is another win this game, go to the state championship type of game, and maybe be a state champ. I mean, last year this was essentially the state championship game, and it, even with the way that Catholic Central has struggled a little bit, it might be a little bit of that again.
Yeah, I think so. I think just how many state championships between the two of these programs, and just so much history there that, this was one where we're picking the bracket as well. I think I felt good about West Catholic. The path kind of clears up a little bit once they get past Catholic Central, and felt good about them winning the championship from there. It's just you got to get past them by most accounts. It's a Catholic Central team that's down a little bit this year from compared to what their standard has been the last couple of years, but it's also hard. A team that's won that much in the past, hard to bet against them in a setting like this.
Yeah, and by the way, we have, I forgot to say, we got snooze2.com. He's got the playoff bracket as well. It's one of the easiest to operate playoff brackets, so I want to make sure I shouted out what we're using. Lastly, D6. Don't have a ton to talk about, just most want to talk about. This is actually a really good game, couple conference rivals, but Ralph Munger's still coaching.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Where did he coach before?
He, Frankenmuth.
Okay.
Yeah, Frankenmuth.
That's
and then,
what it was.
I don't know where he was before that, but and then he wasn't there anymore, and I wonder if the team he used to be at is still playing while he's still going.
They must be.
I would think. You wouldn't go with a younger coaching group to get rid of Ralph Munger, and he's still playing, right?
I wouldn't think so.
I don't think so.
You'll have to look into that.
Newaygo a chance to win a district champ, which is, that is really cool for Ralph to go in and kind of show. We've talked about it already. Like, he's kind of come in and going to do it his way. And at that level of the sport, you certainly can, down in D6, where you only got 30, 35 kids on a roster, and you have to have every single kid able to play a role. It's been kind of cool to watch the progression there at Newaygo over the last couple of years as they've exponentially gotten a lot better here.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all forward.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Uccello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to uccellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area.
Ruff, he'll turn, give, Terry, busting into the open field, there he goes, Jaden Terry, Granville with an answer, and another Bulldog win. Gives the scurry fake, Biss in the backfield, evading a man, throws out of a tackle, incomplete. Zeros across the scoreboard. Harper Woods have won the state championship, their first in school history, in unbelievable, thrilling fashion.
We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had
fake handoff, guy up the middle, big hole, bursting over the 40 to the 45-50, angling right at the 40, 35-30, racing to the 25, 20, outside the numbers, 10, 5, touchdown, Muskegon, Mackay guy, 80 yards to the house. Welcome back, everyone, in the game night. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer here. We're high atop the press box at a chilly Norton Shores, Michigan, and Mona Shores High School. CT, this is a game I am so excited to be at, though. A game otherwise crystal clear night, but getting chillier as we go ahead. Mona Shores, BYRON Center, D2 District Championship on the line, and two teams that all year long have been among the top teams. They've been in the top three really all year of our MSR Power Poll this season. These are two elite football teams. The winner here likely has a great chance to make a run all the way to Ford Field and maybe beyond, as they'll have a real chance to win it there. But first, you've got to make it through this game.
Yeah, a rematch here. These two teams meeting in week 4 in a low-scoring game to begin with. Now you factor in the colder weather here and kind of what kind of effect that's going to have on the passing ability. Of course, no rain or wind is picking up as we speak, but definitely feeling like a little bit chillier football weather here tonight.
These are two teams here on our Center Agency pregame shows. We start to break things down that are very experienced. A lot of guys between also two great coaches in Coach Koziak and Coach Sisko that are both guys that have been here for a very long time and have, of course, accomplished a lot. But a lot of experience out on the field, Chandler. It starts with the quarterbacks. A couple of 3-year starters that even, in the case for BYRON Center's Landon Tungate, played as a freshman. But Tungate for BYRON Center, Jonathan Pittman for Mona Shores. 3-year starters, guys that are as experienced and as smart as it gets, and also they fit these systems that they run perfectly.
They sure do. They fit exactly what they need to do to make their offenses work. And for Mona Shores, Jonathan Pittman, a bigger quarterback, stocky guy, can stand in the pocket, deliver the ball. They feature other guys around him that really work well in that offense and really get down the field pretty quickly. Landon Tungate for BYRON Center uses his legs a little bit more, can stretch the field in the run game, but also they spread the field and have multiple receiver sets where he can throw the football around quite a bit too.
Quickly looking at some keys to the game before we get to the national anthem here, the run game and the war in the trenches. Both of these teams are so good up front, Chandler, and we certainly know that and certainly will be keeping our eye on it, especially because with the weather tonight. As I was joking with you off air, I said, if I could toss you underhand a football right now, it's so cold, would you be able to catch it? I think you said maybe not. A very cold night. We saw that in warm-ups with some guys dropping footballs as well. I think that certainly is going to play into things.
Yeah, no doubt. You have to expect you're going to see a few drops here tonight. That's going to be just a part of it. These teams pass the ball enough that they can't completely avoid it. It's a huge part of what they do, and they're going to have to rely on that to some extent. But no doubt, you got to play a little bit cautious with the weather like this. Definitely going to be harder to catch the football when your hands are cold.
Yeah, the Bulldogs finding their way right now out onto the field, and we'll wait for the Sailors, who are coming out of the locker room, lying in front of the rock with the MS logo on it in the corner of the end zone, and they'll get ready to stride on to a relatively new, one of the last stadiums in West Michigan here at Sailor Stadium, which is an absolutely beautiful facility, especially with the pregame presentation they put on. But one of the last stadiums that actually wound up getting turf, and they've got a great setup with here in that regard. Chandler, this is just one of those games we kind of mentioned in the open. This game could look a little sloppy. It could look a little tough, defensive-oriented, like last time's 14-12 game. But it's going to be a very highly level play game, even if it does look that way, just because the schematics on both sides and the way they match each other. This, kind of wing tee from the shotgun look of BYRON center, power run versus, of course, the famous pistol option ski gun on the other side for Coach Koziak and Mona Shores. It's going to be a game two teams might be running into each other a little bit, but there's going to be a lot of little wars going on to try to dominate in that run game. Two teams that want to run the ball first, second, and third. No doubt. Yeah, I think they match up really well against each other. You saw that in the first matchup, and for as much hype and as tremendous stars that they have, respectively, on either side on the offense, these defenses have played tremendous all season long. Both teams excelling and stopping the other team, physical play, able to also play really well in the secondary, limit each other's passing attack, and a really good chance here. We see another low-scoring one. And here come the Sailors, led out by Tamarion Ike Stewart, their standout running back, and the rest of the team in their dark navy blue look tonight will find their way to the sideline, and we will get ready for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We're right back here on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. D2 District Final coming up right after this.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years. Because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe. All baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties, like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or Snack Crackers, select varieties of Farmland Sliced Bacon, or Kool-Aid Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light Drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
And thank you to the Mona Shores Band for that rendition of the anthem. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you here, MGN on Michigan Sports Radio, Radio Plus coverage tonight of a Division II District Championship game. The Family Fare Tailgate special this week is a 3-pound bag of Honeycrisp apples for only $4.88. Visit shopfamilyfare.com for all the specials. And also, the following companies are hiring in your area: Industrial Innovations, ProStamp, and Enterprise Tool and Die. To see all the companies that are hiring, check out the standings page on MichiganSportsRadio.com. Brought to you by the Precision Metal Forming Association. It will be the Bulldogs of Byron Center under Mark Sisko in his 16th season receiving to begin this ball game. They are in their traveling white uniforms, pants and helmet, both in black, trimming in orange on that uniform. It's the home all navy blues with the baby blue helmet with the Mona Shores logo on either side for the Sailors as they host in this one. And we'll get ready to send this one on away. Andrew Fisher has it on the tee for the Sailors. He'll boot it from right to left across your radio dial as Byron Center will back Carter Ahern back to receive the opening kickoff along with Will Bombach, the sophomore. Near side, right to left, Fisher will put it away. And the district championship in D2 is underway. The right leg through the football and a high one. Taken at the 19-yard line at the right hash by Bombach. The sophomore cuts it over the 25-yard line. Has a seam to the 30 and gets wrestled down to the 35-yard line. It's good field position to begin this one for this Byron Center offense. Chandler, Coach Sisko, played under Tom Osborne at Nebraska, and he has a system. When you look back to that I-form option they ran, kind of similar. We almost refer to it as a wing tee from the shotgun. They like to have tight ends and wings out there, some motion, but a power run unit above all else for Byron Center.
Yeah, it sure is a unit that is pretty versatile in the different formations that they can run. Depending on the personnel they want out there in the game situation, they can change it up quite a bit.
4-year varsity player, 3-year starter Luke Laska hands it off to the senior going over left guard Kellen Payne, and the big back puts his foot on the ground for a yard at most as the outside edges of that defense led by Hunter Kruger, who leads the Sailors in sacks this year, makes that stop. It's a gain of 2 on the official mark, up to the 37-yard line. 11:33 and less to go in this first quarter. No score as we are underway in this district championship. The one thing that really comes to the forefront is you're seeing guys run on and off the field. A very deep team offensively for Byron Center. 2 or 3 units. They're willing to shake things up. Last time they went split back with a tight end. This time it's a 4-wide set for Luke Laska. Trips of receivers to the right side of the line. Snap of the chest, give to a cutting Kellen Payne right up the middle. Ran into the heart of the defense as the big guy, Jamari Taylor, shut him down. It will be 3rd down and let's give them 7. They're able to fight for a yard to the 38-yard line. The inside of this defense, Taylor, Vincent Coleman, they're big, and they're able to make a couple of stops right there against the power back on the other side.
Bulldogs keeping it pretty simple on 1st and 2nd down. Some colder weather, keeping it simple. The inside zone runs, trying to let Kellen Payne go to work, but good job by the interior of the Mona Shores defense, shutting those runs down, just 3 yards combined. Now on a 3rd and long, a more obvious passing situation.
3rd and 7 from the 38. 2 receivers go out. Now they'll motion Laska as well with trips to the right side. Fake handoff. Laska to throw, or Tungate to throw. He's got Laska blown up short of the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th and 2 as Carafel is able to range to the stop. 4th down and 2 from the 43. And it looks like the Bulldogs, though, Chandler, are going to go for it right here, just on the other side of their own side of the field, the 43-yard line. They're going to bring in Campaign, the sophomore power back, and they're going to go for it right here. An early interesting moment as the field position game that was played so tightly last time in a 14-12 game kind of going out the window right away.
Yeah, it sure is. And the route they ran there, Laska, short curl route, short of the sticks right away. The first read for Tungate to dump it off made you think they're probably going to go for it if they could get it down to a yard or 2.
4th and 2, wing off the right side of the line is Laska. They motion him to the left. High snap. Tungate to run. Whistles cut the air on the snap, and a timeout from Coach Sisko before they were able to run that play, somewhat interestingly. Basketball season is right around the corner. Check out all the schedules starting next week at MichiganSportsRadio.com. It's amazing how quickly things just seem to rotate right around. Also new for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow, and then I toast Hope College in the first ever meeting between those two on the gridiron. Tune into the game starting at 1 o'clock on MichiganSportsRadio.com. 9:35 to go. They called the timeout. The question is, was that timeout to rethink things after they couldn't get the hard count, bring out the punt unit? That's exactly what it is. Luke Laska will stand at his 31-yard line and boot this one away to the standout all-conference safety and wide receiver Mike Carafel. He'll back inside the 20. So left to right, it will be Laska setting it away, as there has been a stop on the first drive of the ball game for this tough Mona Shores defense that gives up only 10.4 points per game on the year for their longtime defensive coordinator Dave Check. Snap at the waist, one step forward, right leg through the football for Laska. Tumbler touches down at the 24-yard line and takes a bounce where it is kneed down by Lee the gunner right at the 20-yard line. So after a good stop on defense the first time out, here comes the Mona Shores offense now, Chandler, led by Jonathan Pittman, who we talked about in the pregame show. He, along with Tamarion Ike Stewart, form one of the most formidable big-bodied backfields I've really ever seen out of this sort of offense.
Yeah, it's kind of unique. Very powerful guys. Pittman doesn't run the ball as much, but when he does, he can run guys over. And then Stewart, a guy that they can get the ball to a lot, he can really be the featured back, bring that physical presence to the backfield.
9.5 minutes to go. James Starr will work as a wing off the left side of the line. Short shotgun. Tailback right is Stewart alongside the 3-year starter, the senior Pittman. Here's a snap and a give up the middle to Stewart is faked. Pittman is going to look to run up the middle, pressure all around. Luke Laska hits him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, back to the 19-yard line, and a sack as Laska and the pressure came there off a delayed play-action look.
Yeah, fake the handoff to Stewart, and then Pittman trying to find something down the field, but never had anything that he liked. And by the time he was looking to tuck that one in the pocket, doing a really nice job for the Bulldogs there of keeping Pittman inside. There was nowhere for him to step up or through or around the pocket. Just had to go down for a loss of a couple.
Pittman has thrown for over 1,300 yards and 18 touchdowns this year for Coach Koziak. Same look, two receivers right out of the short shotgun. This time it is a give to Stewart on 2nd and 11, angling back to the right side where he's taken up by Aiden Van Dam, the junior, and pushes him ahead to the 25-yard line. Good gain of 6 right there to make it a third and more manageable, but both teams facing third and medium, third and long right away against these stout defensive fronts. This game looks a little bit like the last game.
It sure does. And Stewart there, physical finish to that run, pushing that pile forward, able to get a couple of extra yards. That makes this more of a third and medium, a little bit more manageable for Mona Shores offense.
3rd down and 5. James Starr once again will work, not Kruger, as the halfback, the H-back, I should say, off the right side of the line. This is that short pistol shotgun formation. They go sidecar, Stewart, the running back, to the right-hand side. This is a fake give. Pittman to throw. Clutches, firing deep down the right side. Intercepted at the 42-yard line. Football is high-pointed and picked off by the ranging safety, Eli Farrow. And BYRON Center takes the football in plus field position.
On 3rd medium, the Sailors elect to take a shot right there, and it looked like a little miscommunication between Pittman and his receiver out that way, Bishop Davis. He was expecting Davis to take that one more vertically up the field. Davis cut it off, so Pittman threw it deep and then just able to range underneath it. The Bulldogs make the first big play of the game and get the turnover.
Absolutely they do, and Luke Laska and the offense go back to work from the plus 37-yard line. Single wide receiver right with a split back formation. The brothers Cam and Kellen Payne off either hip. Fake handoff. Tungate to throw. Steps up, throws right side. Caught by Lee. Reverses away from a defender at the 25. Angles ahead to the 22 and gets ripped down from behind after a first down by Carafel. They move the chains to another 3-year star, Isaac Lee.
Just getting the ball out quick into the hands of your playmaker, Lee. Tremendous playmaker out on the outside. Tungate just able to get it out in front of him, let him break the tackle initially, turn that one upfield. Nice play there on first down as now the Bulldogs starting to throw it around a little bit.
Just outside the red zone of the 21-yard line here for Landon Tungate, the 190-pound senior, threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 1 more a week ago in the win over Northview. Snap to Tungate, fake give on the end around to Lee. Clutches, firing, looking for the end zone, wide open, caught, touchdown, BYRON Center. It's Will Lake, the senior, and the Bulldogs strike first.
Wide open right down the seam. Lake, there's no defender around. Tungate just able to drop that one in. Lake bobbled it a little bit as he was at the back of the end zone, but got the feet inbounds in time, and quick scoring drive from the Bulldogs following the turnover.
Absolutely, from just outside the red zone, they're able to strike on this one. And now Dawson Hillard will look to add the extra point, the junior. 7:09 to go in the first quarter. And a big start. The INT turns into a TD for the Bulldogs. Right leg strides through the football. That one's good. 7-0. BYRON Center defense into offense. They're able to strike first here from Mona Shores. If you need a reliable and transparent contractor for your bathroom or kitchen remodel, check out Kobe Construction at KOBEConstructionGR.com. Locally owned with precise, high-quality work and great reviews. Get your free estimate today with Kobe Construction. That's KOBE. Chandler, last time these two teams played, 3 interceptions, 3 turnovers from Landon Tungate really wound up being the difference. The one thing we know Jonathan Pittman for, not turning the ball over, but an early storyline. Pittman turns the ball over, turns in easy points for BYRON Center.
Yeah, the Bulldogs able to capitalize, able to make a play on defense there, force a throw on 3rd down, and rare mistake from Mona Shores offense and Pittman. Bulldogs take advantage of it and grab the early lead.
Absolutely. So it now will be BYRON Center kicking left to right across your radio dial for the first time. Hillard, the junior, has got it teed up at the 40. George Duggins will back to his own 15-yard line to the left-hand side as Tyrese McCorvey Hill goes to the right. 7:09 to go first quarter. BYRON Center has struck first as Tungate found Lake. This one taken inside the 5-yard line and will be drug up here the right hashes with a quick spin move over the 25-yard line by Bishop Davis, and Davis gets slung down right there where he turned the corner to the 23-yard line is actually going to be a mark. Ahern gets the stop. Here comes Jonathan Pittman. He's got to shake it off quickly here, CT.
Yeah, sure does, and going to have to throw the ball more as the night goes along, so you can't completely avoid it. I think right here they had a little something with Stewart, able to push the pile forward. We'll see if they lean on him a little bit more on this drive.
They will start do the Sailors from their own 23-yard line. Out of the pistol, this is a give to Stewart. Stopped up looking to go over left guard, turns it back up the middle and gets slung down by Tate Bainbridge right back to the line of scrimmage, no further. Tamarion Stewart just nowhere to go up the middle there.
Yeah, tried to bounce it to the outside, see if he could get around the line for the Bulldogs, and just had nowhere to go. Ended up having to fight back towards the middle of the field, but did all he could just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
6:40 and less to go, first quarter. 7-0 BYRON Center in this D2 District Championship game. From the shotgun, Pittman looks back to the sideline for a new call. Receiver to the right-hand side is George Duggins. 2 receivers, including the slot man who returns, Jagger Johnson, to the lineup after he missed a lot of this season with a collarbone injury. He returned for the playoffs. Pittman, fake handoff, drop to pass, going deep over the middle for Johnson. Jump ball, caught at the 50, and dives down, but the pass is ruled incomplete. He was unable to survive that grab and survive the ground on what was a good acrobatic grab, it appeared, but Johnson just unable to hang on to it, and it's 3rd and 10 off the deep shot.
And Johnson had a little bit of space there as well. Another vertical route down the hash marks. Pretty good throw from Pittman, but Johnson had to dive for it just enough. And as he was trying to cradle that one, the ball going through and hitting the turf, tried to tuck and sell that he had caught it, but the official right there to see.
Snap here to Pittman. Steps up in the pocket. Here comes the pressure. Down he goes. Nolan Stubblefield sacks him back to the 21-yard line. 4th down and 14.
Pittman dropping back, trying to allow some time for his receivers to get down the field on the 3rd and long, trying to get something past the 1st down marker, but never had the time. Again, tried to step up through the pocket, but Stubblefield able to grab on and not give up, drags him to the ground. Another sack for the Bulldogs.
All right, this will be the right foot of George Duggins to send away a high one that is going to get fair caught by Isaac Lee at the 45-yard line on the plus side of the field. So plus field position coming up right here, CT. As this drive gets underway, the offense has just not been there so far for Mona Shores.
Yeah, been a cold start for the Sailors offense. Unable to get much going in the run game or through the pass, and now the Bulldogs, after short field, able to score off the turnover in the previous drive, now starting in plus territory again and trying to open up a bigger lead.
Mark will be the plus 47. Again, split back shotgun, wing Laska left, give to Kellen Payne. He'll follow blockers over the left side of the edge, has the 45-yard line, over the 40, wrestled out of bounds to past the 40 down to the 39-yard line for a gain of 8 on first down. Good run there, getting to the sideline by the big senior, a Nevada baseball commit. He had a touchdown last week against Northview, as did his little brother Cam, who also had over 100 yards rushing in the win over Northview.
Confidence starting to grow a little bit for the Byron Center offense after able to hit a couple passes. Now the run game opening up a little bit, and right now feeling like they've got a lot of energy.
From the 39-yard line, 2nd down and 2 with 5:11 to go. Back to the split-back shotgun. Payne brothers off either hip for Tungate. Fake handoff, the senior to pass. Pressure coming. Got it away down the left side. And at the 20-yard line, he overthrows the streaking Kellen Payne. As the pressure from Hunter Kruger was in his face, it'll be 3rd and 2 from the Mona Shores 39-yard line. 5:02 to go first quarter. 7-0 Byron Center.
If Tungate had another second or two to let that route develop down the sideline, might have had a chance at it, but the pressure from Kruger, Tungate seeing it right in front of his face and just had to let that one rip. Threw it in a place where only his guy could get it, a few yards up the field, and an incompletion on 2nd down.
Ball on the left hash, single wide receiver all the way out to the right is the senior Carter Ricketts. Once again, the split back formation. Laska goes across the line. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Tungate has the first down and pushes the pile as far as the 35-yard line. They're not going to be afraid to run him. In fact, you'll probably see Tungate run the ball 15-plus times most weeks. That's certainly a big part of what they want to do out of this offense.
Sure is, and on a big 3rd down right there, the first carry of the game for Tungate. Just a bit of a draw, take one step back like he's going to stand in the pocket and deliver a throw, and then able to shoot through the line of scrimmage there, pick up the necessary yardage.
1st and 10, 35-yard line. Tailback campaign goes to the right hip. They go single tailback, trips to the right, one receiver left. Now Payne motions out right, empty backfield, thrown right side, setting up a screen to Lee. Has it at the 35, stutter step just shy of the 30, and gets ripped down and wrestled down from the legs by Micah Carafel after a gain of 3 on first down. Sorry, check that, by Duggins for a gain of 3 on first down on the stop.
And even though that one didn't break for a big one, a pretty nice play design there. You get your big running back campaign who motions out that way essentially as a lead blocker for that screen. They're able to get a block on the corner to Lee, a chance to turn that one upfield, got a couple yards, but a pretty good play design.
From the 32-yard line, 2nd and 7, Tungate from the gun. Lee goes in motion. They fake it to him, give it instead to Campaign. Turns up over right guard over the 30-yard line and dives into George Duggins all the way ahead on the push to the 27. It'll be a 3rd down and 2. Once again, 3rd and manageable as Byron Center just staying ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, they sure are able to find the right amount of yardage for the down that they're in to keep these manageable situations. A nice run on 2nd, 5 yards or so from Campaign. Now a much more manageable 3rd and short here. If they want to try to take a shot, they can, knowing that they're likely going for it on 4th here either way.
And they are so far 1 for 2 on 3rd down. 2 wide receivers set, one out to either side. Wing and a tight end right. Laska goes in motion. They fake it to him. Tungate up the middle. Quarterback keeper over the 25. Into the pile. Taylor and company make the stop, but they make the stop right on the mark he needs. They'll even give him inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. That's a chain mover for Tungate again on 3rd down.
Yeah, and a little different that time. Rather than just the drop back and the quarterback power, give a little bit of jet motion, get the defense thinking horizontally a little bit, having to respect the chance that they're giving it to the outside, but then Tungate again just keeping it right up the middle, pushing forward for the necessary 2 yards.
This drive starting on the plus 47-yard line. 2 drives have started on the Mona Shores side of the field for Byron Center, who drives again inside 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They lead at 7-0. Laska in motion, left to right across the line, give to Payne. Penalty markers down as they were about to get tricky with that one. There's going to be a double reverse play on the end around from Laska, but we'll have to wait and see the penalty marker right here. It's going to be a false start against Byron Center, and that'll turn it into a 1st and 15.
I'll see exactly how that play would have gone a little jumpy as they were trying to get into that one, but looked like the timing thrown off from the beginning. Mona Shore was able to get in there partially due to the whistle and the penalty, but something to keep your eye on as the game goes forward if that's another look they want to go back to.
2 minutes, 15 seconds and less to go. They back now to the 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the left-hand side with Swartz and Lee as Tungate works from the shotgun here on 1st and 15. Snap at the waist, drop to pass. looking over the middle. Throws one on a dime. Caught at the 20-yard line. Wrestled down inside the 15 by Lee. He'll be 1 yard short of the markers. The mark will be the 16-yard line. So able to get almost all of it there on the quick first down strike. This offense looking really good right now for BYRON Center.
Yeah, a nice route there, breaking in, able to fight back towards the football rather than waiting for the ball to get to him. He was kind of in between the zone defenders to that side, able to make a move back, catch the ball, and then work his way upfield.
2nd down and 2 will be the mark right here. One wide receiver, tight end off either side of the line. Tungate to run it again. He's got the first down again, pushing the pile down inside the 10, squirts out as far as the 7-yard line. Good run, 1st and goal here for BYRON Center.
Pretty much every 3rd down that they've faced, it's been Tungate with his legs and now going up tempo.
They do work with tempo. Tungate again out of a power set to run. Quarterback power over left guard. The pile is on him right away there. Tyson Terpstra, the junior, rips him down at the line of scrimmage. And it will be a 2nd down and goal from the 8 is going to be the mark, maybe even a loss of a yard on that quick run.
Yeah, unable to catch the Sailors, sleeping on defense there with the tempo. Try to go quickly and then open up that defensive line for Tungate to have some room to try to run, but the Sailors able to get back, stay home right there and stop that play as they were trying to catch him off guard.
Out of the huddle, 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Tungate with Cam Payne to the right hip, dual receivers to the right-hand side. Payne goes in motion right, fake throw to him, kept up the middle on the quarterback counter. Tungate into the pile, gets the 7-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 7. They're really running Tungate a lot down the stretch on this drive.
Yeah, they sure are. As soon as they got down into the red zone, now it's been a heavy dosage of Tungate, but now facing 3rd and 7. We'll see if they continue to go to the ground or if they're going to have to try to open things up in the passing game.
It was Kruger that got the stop there. Zeros will go across the scoreboard, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here from Mona Shores. 7-0 BYRON Center after 1.
Looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timbers, 2nd quarter from the D2 District Championship here. Cold Mona Shores, and a 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line as we break it out. Luke Laska now will move from the wing to the running back off the left hip of Landon Tungate. 4 wide set, trips of receivers to the right-hand side. Snap of the waist, drop to pass. The time is there. Now here comes the pressure. Tungate steps up in the pocket, gets ripped down from all angles and sacked. To Marion Stewart leads the way, 4th down.
The Mona Shores defense coming up with a big stop right there, at least forcing a 4th down chance, and it does look like the kick unit going to come out. And a big stand inside the goal line for the Mona Shores Sailors defense to force a field goal attempt right here. Tungate tried to escape the pocket. I think he wanted to roll out to the right, but was unable to do so, ended up trying to step through and was brought down. Big play and big stand from the Sailors.
It is a loss of a yard, and it will be Hillard here from the left hash mark. The right-footed kicker will have a 25-yarder to try to make it a 2-score game. Snap down, right leg through the football, and Hillard is able to put that one right down the hatch and good. BYRON Center leads it by 2 scores, 11:06 to go in the 2nd quarter.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual.
Everything's made fresh.
Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
We love our guests.
love
Is
much as our guests love us.
This has been my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Tyrese McCorvey-Hill lets that one go out of bounds, as Mona Shores offense will find its way back on the field after Hillard rolled that one out just inside the 20-yard line. The following companies are hiring in your area: Industrial Innovations, ProStamp, and Enterprise Tool and Die. To see all the companies that are hiring, check out the standings page on MichiganSportsRadio.com. Brought to you by the Precision Metal Forming Association. It has not been a good start for this offense. Just 2 total yards right now for Mona Shores, and still looking for their first down of the game. They start this time from their own 35-yard line. Give to Ike Stewart, trying to turn around the left side of the line. Stubblefield chases him down, able to turn the corner back to the line of scrimmage, but no further, as Stubblefield off the edge was just chasing the speedy senior Stewart the whole way.
Stewart trying to get to the outside zone, off left tackle, and trying to get something going down the field, but just never able to turn that one up. Stubblefield, a big part of that. He was on the edge, able to seal it, never let him get around the corner.
Back to the 35-yard line. Ball now moves to the left hash. 4 wide receivers with 3 to the right-hand side. In motion, fake handoff to Starr. Pittman to throw, left side, wide open, 50-yard line. Caught by a ranging Tamarion Stewart. Turns the corner over the 40. Races down to the 35-yard line, where he's wrestled out of bounds by Bainbridge. A big field flipper for the first down of the game for the Sailors.
Yeah, big play right there just to get some positive momentum for the Sailors offense. Pittman had to stand in there and take a shot. The Bulldogs bringing some pressure, but able to find his running back down the sideline in a big play, trying to jumpstart the Sailors offense.
Wing Star up the right side of the line. 3 wide look here has been more of kind of a traditional sort of shotgun passing offense than the traditional ski gun option run game for Jonathan Pittman and the Sailors attack in the all navy blue uniforms, helmets in the Sailor baby blue look. Star in motion right to left. Give to Stewart. He'll follow the blockers over the 30. Pushing a pile. Stubblefield rips on him from behind and shoves him down to the 25-yard line. A good first down carry for about 8 right there from Stewart, who's starting to get a little bit of momentum.
And after that first completion of the game, forcing the Bulldogs to respect the pass game a little bit. Now maybe some of those runs will open up. Stewart continuing to fight for it. A really solid run there on first down. And Mona Shore's offense that needed to answer pretty quickly. Looks like they're putting a drive together.
9:20 to go in the first half. 2nd down and 3. Mark will be the 26-yard line. Snap at the chest. Fake handoff. Pittman to throw. Here comes the pressure. Down he goes. He put the ball on the turf. It's fallen on in a pile. Byron Center says that Matt Orange was the first one on it. We'll wait to see what direction it's going. Ripping bodies off the pile at the bottom. And it's going to stay with Mona Shores, as Middendorf was the one that was able to jump on it from right tackle. It looked like Matt Orange was there too. And now 2nd down and 3 turns into 3rd and 12 for the Sailors off that miscue from Stewart, who never turns the ball over and has struggled with it so far in the cold weather tonight. He'll work quickly from the shotgun. 2 receivers left with 2 tight ends on 3rd and 12. Look to the sideline here from Pittman as he'll get a new call in from Coach Koziak. 8:38 to go and less. Clock ticking, 2nd quarter, 10-0 Byron Center. A good start to this drive from Mona Shores, the near turnover, putting them in a rough shape. 2 receivers left out of the gun. Snap at the chest. Fake handoff. Drop to pass. Pittman throws deep. Over the middle. Looking for Carafel. Jump ball. In and out of the hands at the goal line. Incomplete. 4th and 12. They took a shot, but they are unable to convert on 3rd down to a leaping Carafel.
Carafel running the deep post over the middle of the field, right at the goal line. If he came down to that one, it would have been a touchdown. But once again, Pittman, some pressure in his face as he was just trying to stand in the pocket. Stubblefield once again applying pressure right there. Pittman having to release that one just a second earlier than he would have. And now an interesting decision right here, kind of in no man's land. You're out of field goal range, but 4th and long, not a lot of play calls to try to match this.
They will go for it. At least they were showing they were going to go for it. I think they will. Just going to change the unit out right here, get some speedsters out on the field. 8:19 to go. Clock stopped. Second quarter. 4th and 12. 35-yard line. They've driven from their own 35 to the BYRON Center 35. The Bulldogs lead it by 2 scores here. 10-0 in the district championship in Division II. Out of the pistol, Pittman with Stewart the back behind. James Starr, the wing off the left-hand side, 3 wide set. Starr in motion left to right. Snap to Pittman. Fake handoff, drop to pass. Here comes the pressure. Evades the first wave. Steps up in the pocket. Looking downfield. Throws 20-yard line. In and out of the hands of the intended target on that one at the 20-yard line. He was looking for Carafel, who got popped. Ball gets turned over, and it will go back the other way. Waubun and Lee, good coverage down the field right there for BYRON Center.
Once again in the pocket, pressure Aiden Van Dam this time. Force Pittman to step up just a little bit. Deliver that one. Carafel once again just past the line. If he'd been able to bring that one in, but really tough as Farrell, the safety for the Bulldogs, delivering the hit as soon as he was trying to bring that one in. And the Bulldogs defense, a big stand right there to get off the field themselves.
Mona Shores got their first down of the ball game, but just being careless with the football, such a big factor right now. BYRON Center gets to start from their own 35-yard line this time. Laska goes in motion. Lee will give it to him on the end around going right. Laska's got the 40, stiff arm over the 43 and rumbles his way out of bounds. He got tripped up by Piggy, 1 yard short of the first down. Marker 2nd down and 1.
We talked about in preview on the podcast earlier this week, whoever won the turnover margin likely going to win this game. And early on, the Bulldogs have been able to hold on to the football offensively, and the Sailors have been playing with fire a little bit. 1 interception, now a turnover on downs. Bulldogs trying to open up a lead.
Right hash mark, 2 wide receivers to the left-hand side with Ricketts and Lee. Tungate relays a new message. 4-down lineman coming from Mona Shores. The tailback is the sophomore Campaign. Offset the left hip here of Tungate. Tungate, snap at the waist, give on to Payne, cuts it up over right guard and pushes the pile down to the 49-yard line. That will move the chains for BYRON Center. 7.5 to go, second quarter. They're just shy of enemy territory to the 49-yard line.
Campaign looks like it's going to be a stretch run to the outside, but then by design able to turn that one back up and hits the line of scrimmage with a lot of momentum, bursting through, able to move the chains once again for the Bulldogs.
9 big games on Michigan Sports Radio tonight in Division I. It's 10-0 Granville, by the way, in that one if you've been trying to keep up with other games. Tungate, quarterback keeper over the 50, spins his way down to the 49, gets his legs taken out there by Tyson Terpstra, and he's able to dive to the 46. A good run for 5 on first down right there by Tungate, who is so hard to bring down on the quarterback power and the quarterback counter runs.
And now that they've opened a couple score advantage here early on, the Bulldogs going to have the advantage of being able to keep the ball on the ground a little bit more, try to stick to some of this power offense, get their multiple backs involved, get Tungate the football, and just try to eat some clock and keep the chains moving.
Working with some tempo, back to the split back look. This is a give to Campaign, goes over the right side of the line, has the first down to the 40, stiff arm to the 35. He was breaking free, but his foot just straddles out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. It will move the chains, but we wait for a penalty marker right around where he turned it up, and I believe this one is going to be coming back.
Yeah, right around the outside there where likely a penalty, a hold would have been called. I think that's initially what the offense is looking like as they march backwards.
And that's what it is. Holding on the offense, so it's been a pretty clean game played by BYRON Center. Their first real mistake right here will back their way inside their own 45 to the 44-yard line and flip things pretty massively right here into a second down, and 15 from the 44-yard line.
And early on in this drive, they've been keeping the ball on the ground and avoiding trying to pass the ball more than they need to, but now backed up behind the chains. See if they try to hit some of those quick throws. They've got a couple chances if they can complete a few to pick this first down up.
1 wide receiver to either side out of the gun. Fake handoff, pressure coming, stepping up to pass is Tungate. Now he'll tuck and run, angles right, got over the 50, got knocked out of bounds hard into the sideline by Tyson Terpstra. Penalty markers come flying everywhere. The BYRON Center faithful come to their feet, and that's going to be a personal foul against Terpstra, and it's going to flip it for a free first down. It looks like we'll see what other shenanigans there are to clean up here. There's a little bit of a scuffle that, of course, ensued in the BYRON Center bench that followed the hit.
Yeah, Tungate, a designed pass play right there, and what he can do is turn a pass play like that. If he doesn't see anything, can run and make that a big play. Had about 8 yards. It got a lot of that penalty yardage back. But then as he had gone out of bounds, Terpstra delivering the hit, and no doubt Tungate a step or two out of bounds. That hit was delivered and going to give the Bulldogs a free first down.
We tick now. The clock stopped to 5:56 to go, second quarter. BYRON Center moves the ball to the Mona Shores 33-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. Traveling white uniforms, black pants, black helmet here for the Bulldogs. They lead at 10-0. Tailback Laska to the left hip here out of the gun. Snap the helmet, roll left to pass from Tungate. Steps up, throws it left side. Jump ball caught 19-yard line. Lee, and he's immediately wrapped up by the sophomore J.C. Torrens. But they move the chains. Check that there was Lee on the grab, but they're able to move the chains again.
Comeback route down the far sideline. A long throw for Tungate to have to make there, and Lee able to go up and get it. Looked like the ball was going to be a little bit high and in a dangerous position, but Lee able to go up and get that one. And another play on first down, moving the chains now to the edge of the red zone.
Right at the 20-yard line, their second trip down into the red zone. They were able to score the first time down here. We'll see if they can do it again. Two wide receivers right with the ball on the left hash mark. Laska in motion from the wing. Fake handoff. Here comes the pressure. Tungate steps up in the pocket. Down he goes. 3 blue jerseys all over him. Hunter Kruger, the last leveling blow. Loss of 2.
A bunch of guys for the Sailors defense all in there. Piggy, Coleman, Kruger all converging on Tungate. Tungate so good at escaping the pocket, but had nowhere to go right there. And a big play from the Sailors defense on first down, getting the sack, setting the Bulldogs behind the chains.
Vincent Coleman, the junior, the one that was credited the first contact there. 2nd and 13, 23-yard line for Landon Tungate and the BYRON Center offense. They lead at 10-0 with 4:35 and less to go in the first half. 4 wide receivers, trips right to the left-hand side. Isolated is Will Lake. He caught that touchdown earlier. Tungate from the gun, snap at the chest, drop to pass, clutches, fires, snagged and caught at the 15-yard line, turned up over the 10 off the grab by Landon Conrad. The senior backs his way in a pile down to the 8, and that will be a chain mover and a first and goal on the way.
Conrad able to make that catch among some traffic in the middle of the field, and then after he had it, the yards after catch, just fighting his way forward, picking up the yardage that they just lost on the sack, now getting to a goal line situation.
Statement being made early right now by BYRON Center. 4:02 and less to go. They'll have a first and goal from the 8-yard line here. Depth of receivers as we see Conrad get one of his first grabs, and they'll break it out. Swartz, isolated receiver to the right side with the ball on the right hash mark. A couple of tight ends and a wing off the left side. Power look, tailback is going to be Campaign. They fake it to him. Quarterback keeper, left side, Tungate spinning over the 5 and diving down to the 4-yard line as he got upended by lunging Micah Carafel. 2nd down and goal from the mark is going to be at the 5-yard line. Gain of 3 on first down there for Tungate.
Bulldogs have shown when they get in this down and distance, this part of the field, they're going to Tungate quite a bit. Pretty much from the red zone on, they're going to give their quarterback a lot of opportunities to run the ball. Just straight quarterback power run right there and allowed him to get a couple yards.
3:13 to go in the first half. Tungate from the gun. The sophomore tailback Payne goes to the right hip. Single receiver left is Ricketts. Everyone else loaded up on the line. Laska in motion. They give it to him. End around. Big hole. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown BYRON Center. 16-0 Bulldogs.
And just about the time you have to completely cheat on the quarterback run, thinking that's what they've been doing a lot of. Then they get to end around the motion going that way. Laska, wide open field to the right side as he turned the corner. The entire defense with their eyes in the backfield expecting Tungate to keep it, and Laska walks in for a touchdown.
Big one there, and now Hillard will look to add on the extra point right here. A dominant game so far for BYRON Center and a statement maker for a team that found their way all the way to the regional championship game a year ago and brought back pretty much the whole team that was there. Snap down, right leg to the football for Hillard. There was some pressure in the backfield, but he's able to peer that one through. 17-0 BYRON Center, 2:59 to go in the second quarter. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Norton Shores and Sailor Stadium.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
You order groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. Sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
Bishop Davis on the return, able to get it just over the 20-yard line. It'll be the 21, and here comes Jonathan Pittman in this Mona Shores offense. They now trail with 2:55 to go in the second quarter, 17-0. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. CT, this offense has just been completely unable to get anything going. They'll work out of a 3-wide set, 2 receivers left with an H-back off the left side of the line as Jonathan Pittman looks back to the sideline, and Coach Koziak for a new call. The tailback Stewart will stay into his right hip. BYRON Center brings 2 down linemen, 2 standing edge rushers right here. Lee, the corner, isolated on the lone receiver right, Micah Carafell. Quarterback, running back, switch positions. Give to Marion Stewart. Angles left, burst of speed over the 30-yard line and trips his way down into the second level to the 35, and that's a chain mover as he's tackled down by Kellen Payne, but a good speedy run there from Stewart. One of the first times he's been able to get his legs moving in the open field.
Yeah, biggest play of the first half in the ground game for the Sailors, 13 yards right there. Stewart able to break through the line of scrimmage without being touched hardly, able to get to the second level pretty clean and then turn that one upfield, and a nice drive starter for the Sailors who are trying to put something together here before the end of the first half.
2.5 minutes to go, 35-yard line here, a team that had less than 35 yards coming into this drive of offense. Tyrese McCorvey-Hill moves from the left to the right-hand side of the line in the slot. Snap at the knee, settled by Pittman. Quick throw left side, snagged 41-yard line and turned out of bounds by Jagger Johnson after 6 or 7 on first down. Good quick in-rhythm throw right there. 2:16 to go, second quarter. Clock stops. It is a gain of 6 to the 41-yard line on the mark right here. I think those quick-hitting throws could be somewhere where Mona Shores can find a bit more of an advantage.
Yeah, it's something they really haven't been able to hit on at all in the first couple quarters. It was one deeper throw down the field to the running back Stewart, but nothing else in the passing game. The first catch right there for Johnson.
2nd and 4, quarterback keeper Pittman swarmed in the backfield from all angles. First contact, Kellen Payne, loss of a couple yards. Just immediate penetration from all over the place, led by Payne, and Pittman is going to lose 3 yards on that one.
Pittman's been facing all sorts of pressure here tonight, no matter what he's been trying to do. If he's been trying to stand in the pocket and throw the ball down the field, or that one looked like a designed run, but as soon as he tucked it and tried to break through, immediately met by multiple Bulldogs and has very little time in the backfield.
3rd and 7 right here from the 40-yard line. Pittman from the shotgun. Snap to the senior, fake give, drop to pass. He's got some time, clutches, fires deep down the right side, looking for Carafell, goes off the back of the defender, Landon Conrad at the 10. Carafell and the Mona Shores faithful want a penalty marker. They won't get one. Pass is incomplete.
Carafell trying to go deep once again, and Pittman a pretty nice throw, put it in a good spot. Bulldogs able to run underneath it, a little bit of hand fighting from Conrad as they were down the field. Really tough call, as it could have really gone either way. It looked like Conrad applying a little bit of pressure as he was down the field, but didn't fully push him either. Carafell unable to make a move back towards the ball.
They're going to go for it. They are not going to go for it. Out of it, it'll be a short formation punt right here from Pittman as he boots this away. That's a well-placed punt that'll tumble inside the 10 and roll all the way down to the 6-yard line. So at least a good job there to flip the field a little bit by this offense. But again, just nothing going offensively. The deep shots have not been there. Really nothing's been there for the Mona Shores offense.
Yeah, just able to punt that one away and at least now make the BYRON Center offense have to drive the length of the field.
And after the play, there's a penalty marker that flies down and an unsportsmanlike call against BYRON Center that's going to pin them now inside the 5-yard line on half the distance to the goal right here. So they're going to have to start around their own 3 on the mark. So BYRON Center backed way up, and you can probably expect the intensity defensively and the pressure to be coming. Uccello's Ristorante has a restaurant near you where great food and sports come together. Check them out online at uccellos.com. Here comes Tungate in the offense. Like I said, though, CT, Mona Shores, one of their best chances. I would expect them to really bring the heat right here with Byron Center starting inside their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, you got to see if you can make a spark and make a play defensively for Byron Center. Can't imagine they get too aggressive. Just try to get out of the shadow of your own end zone right here and take this one to the half.
Tungate will have to receive this snap in the end zone. Tailback is Kellen Payne to the right hip. Quarterback keeper running the right side. Spun out of a tackle at the 1-yard line and fights his way ahead to the 5 for a gain of 2. There was some penetration right there in the backfield, and Tungate had to make a spin move to get positive yardage out of that one. And Mona Shores is going to call their first time out of the half here to force Coach Cisco to have to think about it. They certainly aren't going to be able to run the clock down with a minute 13 to go in this first half. Do you have a distressed home you like to sell? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today at 616-816-2028 or forrealhq.com. 17-0 Byron Center. We, before the game, talked about the temperature, the weather. I mean, there have been few deep shots that have worked in this one. It's been either the short passing game and especially the run game that certainly, as we expected between these two in a normal condition game, came to the forefront. But it's a beautiful night, but it's a cold night. We're outside here tonight on top of the press box at Mona Shores, and it is a chilly night where these two teams are definitely leaning into that style of play, and Byron Center's had the best of it.
Yeah, they sure have. They've been able to open up the pass game a little bit. They've cracked the code. 7 completions, 80 yards for Tungate, just 2 completions for Pittman, and they've been taking some more shots down the field. They've had a few drops as well from some of the receivers, but we'll see. Byron Center, you can't imagine they're going to take a shot here. In a normal situation, maybe, but they're feeling pretty good right now about where they're at. Can't imagine they get too aggressive.
From the shotgun, 3 tight ends in the formation. Fake handoff, Tungate keeper over right guard, pushes over the 5, gets the 7-yard line where he gets run into by Solomon Robertson, the leading tackler on the season for Mona Shores. And the Sailors once again will call now their second timeout of this half. 1:06 to go in the second quarter. Thanks as always to Centennial Securities along with the Bennett Center Farmers Insurance Agency for presenting game night on Michigan Sports Radio and our drive to Detroit. Scoreless, by the way, Imported Central versus Mattawan, the other side of this region in that district championship game. But Byron Center, I mean, after the way this game went the first time, back and forth, 14-12, Byron Center throws 3 interceptions and kind of throws the game away right at the end. They came out with a purpose today, and this has been a very impressive performance by them against a team that has been arguably the top team in West Michigan from wire to wire until this point in Mona Shores.
Yeah, no doubt. They came out with a game plan after scoring just 12 points the last time these teams two met up, putting up 17 here in the first half. Of course, benefited from having a couple of short fields, one off an interception and another off a turnover on downs. But the offense has been able to make plays when they needed to.
3rd and 4 from the 9-yard line. Once again, 3 tight ends all aligned here, and a single receiver lead to the left. Give on the end around to Laska, coming from H-back. He's got the 15-yard line, outside the numbers, spin move, and pushing down to the 16-yard line. A chain mover right there from Luke Laska on that end around give for Byron Center. We tick inside a minute to go. Mona Shores still has the timeout, but it looks like maybe now Coach Koziak, now that they're not with Byron Center pinned against their own goal line, thinking about trying to call timeouts to extend this.
Yeah, using those timeouts initially to force the Bulldogs either have to get a first down or try to steal a possession and force them to punt the football away from inside their own end zone. Now that the Bulldogs got that first down, likely both teams going to agree to take this to the half.
30 seconds and less. Once again from the shotgun, Kellen Payne goes to the left hip with 3 tight ends out of the gun. Single receiver late to the left. From the left hash mark, Tungate puts Laska in motion off the wing. Quarterback keeper right up the middle and right into a massive humanity ahead to the 19-yard line for a gain of 3. That is going to run down the first half clock and will take us into the locker room. 17-0 at the break. We transition into our Centennial Securities halftime show. statement first half from Byron Center. The defense making statements. The offense through the air, on the ground making statements. They have done a little bit of everything in this ball game.
They sure have. Offensively, able to put a couple scoring drives together. 17 points, beat their total from the last time against the Sailors. Defensively, getting a turnover right away. Turnover on downs as well, shutting out the Sailors in the first half.
All right, we've got a lot to get to. Don't go anywhere. We're going to step aside and be right back here on our Centennial Securities halftime show. 17-0 Byron Center over Mona Shores at the break.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, select varieties of Farmland sliced bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Cross-country runners from around the state hit the track in Brooklyn to decide who is fastest. And the results are in on the soccer pitch. Find out who the big winners are. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. For the third straight year, Muskegon, Western Michigan Christian are your MHSAA Division IV boys soccer champions.
Minute 15 remaining. Best part of the game right now. DeYoung slips it ahead to Bonema. Bonema stays moving in, takes the shot and scores. Bonema will put it in the back of the net with 1:04 to play. Dagger down to 2-1, and the three-peat for the Warriors. Nothing victory here today. The goal with 1:04 remaining in the game. Mason Bonema, his 7th of the season.
That was Joe Jason and Clark Udell with the call on the NFHS network. The other 3 boys soccer champions are Rochester Adams in Division I. It's the Highlanders' 2nd title in 3 years as they knocked off Byron Center 2-0 in the title game. Division II saw Warren De La Salle Collegiate defeat Forest Hills Northern 4-1 for the program's 6th soccer championship. And in Division III, Pontiac Notre Dame Prep won a wild one 3-2 over Elk Rapids. It's the Fighting Irish's first ever boys soccer title. For more on a great day at Grand Ledge High School, be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Hudsonville kicker Ian Jenkins. His 35-yard field goal on the game's final play gave his team a 25-23 win over East Kentwood. Oxford running back Luke Johnson, he scored twice in a 21-14 win over Davison, giving Oxford its first playoff win in 3 years. And to Riverview quarterback Lucas Thompson, he ran in a 2-point conversion with 20 seconds left to lift Riverview to a 22-21 win over neighboring Trenton.
graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skill certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We've got a football overtime question for you today. In high school, what is the only way a defensive team can score in overtime? Can they return an interception for a touchdown? Can they pick up a fumble and take it back for a touchdown? If you said yes to either of those, you're wrong. In overtime, if the defense gains possession of the ball, be it by fumble or interception, the play is over. There's no advancing of the ball, and the offensive possession is over. So back to the original question, how can the defense score in overtime? There's only one way, via safety. And with teams starting at the 10-yard line, that would be a pretty wild play, and it would end the game with a defensive team victorious.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. In the rolling Irish hills of Brooklyn, Michigan, the cross-country finals were held at Michigan International Speedway, and there were plenty of performances to recap. In Division I, for the second straight year, Romeo was the best on the girls' side, and for the third straight year, Northville was the best on the boys' side. In Division II, Goodrich edged past Zeeland East for the girls' championship, and Allendale won the boys' championship. Freeland's TJ Hansen lowered his own D2 record to 14 minutes, 50.5 seconds, which is the fourth fastest time in any division at MIS. Division III saw Lansing Catholic win the girls' title and Traverse City St. Francis the boys' title. And in Division IV, Whitmore Lake won the title on the girls' side, Hillsdale Academy on the boys' side. Kalamazoo Hackett Catholic Prep's Merrick Butkevich set a Division IV record, running the race in 15 minutes 9 seconds. For more from MIS, please check us out online. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
Securities was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
MGN, drive. I am Chandler T.
Oh, wow.
We're going to leave this in.
All right.
This is staying in the show. He is Chandler Timmer. I am Nate Dryer. This is what happens when you work together for 6 years. The names are one.
We're just one, yeah.
Chandler Timmer, Nate Dryer. Chandler Timmer, Nate Dryer. Michigan game night, tailgate report. We clearly have to stop talking. I do at least. I will see you all. I see you too. Friday night, Granville, Wyoming. I think 6:30 we're on the air for that. Goodbye.
You like cartoons? This has our logo on the front, on the back. The Bulldogs, the biggest games, the best teams. That's our tagline because we do all of that, even though it makes some people mad.
So I'm glad to see that after Tuckus came and went, that... Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
That things are still on track there. Jennison. Things that stand out. Davison is going to kick everyone's... Bleep that. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. And he has returned. He's still on the beach. We've been bugging him about it all week long, but Chandler Timmer joins me here on the Bates Agency pregame show CT, you seem to be doing better than the rest of us.
Yeah, I know it's pretty nice down here. I kind of like covering basketball this way.
I'm sure you do.
Looking to this moving forward.
I can't blame you one bit. All right.
Throw for the first down.
No way.
Oh, wait, that's a touchback.
What?
Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh my goodness. Can we
Tonight.
Let's talk a little bit more about Forest Hill Central, because when you... Waylon Haney just hit a half-court buzzer beater to win the game. At the buzzer, the JV game. Granville wins 55-52. If they look like that West Catholic team just ran roughshod on everyone a couple years ago, why did the camera move?
just really loves what you got to say right now.
We're keeping this in. Seriously. Oh, it's on, like... It's tracking for some reason. Okay. Now we'll go back. Okay. This is staying in.
Okay.
I don't know how it's staying in, but it's going to stay in some capacity. Now it's all messed up. All right, back.
All right.
Always relying on one player. Yeah, Scott Bates Agency pregame show continues here on game night on Michigan Sports Radio. CT, I think the next thing that you have to mention, most notably in this contest, is break me every time still. Every single time that happens, it gets me. The winners still go to the Heartland student section last year at the Breslin Center. Those guys win every time. Season. We'll wrap up our broadcast with the Heinz Orthodontics smile of the game. So Pickerington North is a long ways away. Especially if you miss an exit when you're driving down there.
Who was driving?
Who was navigating? He's grown at that point guard position. Tough backcourt in general, getting to some of those other pieces that we have out there. After 3 years, it finally almost came down on me. Good catch. I don't know what kid caught that, but that was a good catch. But regardless, a tough back. Do you have any comments on the Trolls?
No, I mean, I'm with you.
You're friends with the Trolls? You are a troll?
Well, I have troll tendencies potentially when it comes to egging you on, I guess, but...
Your flight's at 5 or your...
Yeah, the flight out of Panama City is like at 5 and we don't get home till like midnight, so...
That sucks. So you're actually... That was a lie. You're not going to be tuning in.
Yeah, no, if I'm at the airport at that time, I will be, but I'm likely missing most of it.
Okay.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game Night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a Center can do for you.
.67 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Then let's take a look. As I mentioned over the phone, wear and tear.
Oh man, they're never gonna buy this thing. Wear and tear? Well, there's the coffee stain on the seat. It needs new brakes. All four wheels squeak. The passenger door doesn't even have a handle. Not to mention that one time I went to my uncle's farm and backed up into a truck full of shit.
Should about cover it. You're all set.
Oh.
Don't overthink it. Seller to Weller.
Welcome back, everyone. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer here on the Centennial Securities Halftime Show and Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. 17-0, a statement at the half, BYRON Center over Mona Shores CT. I'll send it over to you first, or you've got some stats here from this one, and stats that definitely paint a pretty clear story in the way this one's gone.
Yeah, they sure do. We'll start on the Mona Shores side. Pittman had 2 completions for 38 yards, 1 to Stewart for 32, 1 to Jagger Johnson for 6. On the ground, Stewart, 5 carries for 26 yards, and Pittman, 4 carries, 3 of which were sacks for negative 15 yards. For BYRON Center, through the air, Tungate, 7 completions for 88 yards. Leading receiver was Lee, 4 for 47. Lake had 1 for 21. Conrad, 1 for 15. Laska, 1 for 5 on the ground. Tungate also led the way, 13 carries for 35 yards. Kellen Payne, 3 for 11. Cam Payne, 2 for 10. And Laska, 3 for 21.
All right, let's take a look at some highlights. To start with the 21-yard strike, Tungate to Lake, couple of seniors combined to put BYRON Center up 7-0 in the first.
I'd like to remind everyone, please stick around at the
BYRON Center, it's Will Lake. Northview, snap to Tungate, fake give on the end around to Lee. Clutches, firing, looking for the end zone, wide open, caught, touchdown, BYRON Center. It's Will Lake, the senior, and the Bulldogs strike first. Then in the second quarter, first it was Dawson Hillard, the kicker, able to come up with a 25-yard strike off the foot of the junior. And later on, with 2:59 to go in the second quarter, from 5 yards out on the end around, Luke Laska found his way into the end zone for the second touchdown of the night and a 17-0 BYRON Center lead. Single receiver left is Ricketts. Everyone else loaded up on the line. Laska in motion. They give it to him. End around. Big hole. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown BYRON Center. 16-0 Bulldogs. So now as we move into the second half, I guess, Chandler, we go to keys to this half, and we especially start with Mona Shores. Their offense is going to get a chance here right away. There's been a couple careless moments with the ball, an INT, a near fumble, poor field position given up because of it. This offense just not moving. What can Jonathan Pittman and this very, very talented, as we know, offense do to try to get something going against this BYRON Center defense?
Yeah, we'll see if they can come up with something in more of the short passing game. It's been a lot of deep shots down the field that they've tried to get, and they've had a couple of them that looked like they'd have a chance to complete, but tough in the cold weather to expect a high completion percentage on throws like that. No doubt there'll be the time and place to take some shots, but we'll see if they start with maybe some more shorter 5 to 10 yard routes, out slants, things of that nature, to where they can get a couple completions and give Pittman some time to throw the football on those deep dropbacks. The BYRON Center defense has been getting a lot of pressure. They're going to have to hold up in coverage if they're going to throw the ball down the field.
Mona Shores in the all-home navy blue, top and bottom numbers in white, and the helmets in powder blue with the white Mona Shores logo on either side. BYRON Center, the traveling white uniforms, numbers in black, trimmed in orange. The pants are black with orange trimming, and the helmet's black with the BYRON Center Bulldog logo on it. And junior Bishop Davis will go back inside the 10-yard line to receive the coming boot away from Andrew Fisher. Sorry, from Dawson Hillard. So Hillard will get ready to send it away. Puts the ball down at the 40, right to left. BYRON Center will send it down as It is Davis standing right at the goal line. 12 fresh minutes on the board, and the second quarter is underway. Is BYRON Center going to keep marching on to the regionals, or does Mona Shores have a big time comeback coming? Short twister angling right, bounces at the 30, and it's fallen on first by BYRON Center. Racing to that football and diving onto it first is Carter Ahern down around the 30-yard line. It sat awkwardly in the turf, and BYRON Center flips the positioning.
Just a lapse from the special teams unit for Mona Shores right there. Short kick, really to no one, to the open field right there, and no one from the Sailors defense or the special teams able to jump on it. Slow to recognize it, and a really good job by the kick team for BYRON Center. Knowing that kick was called, able to rush down the field and jump on it immediately, and right away, still all the momentum back in a short field once again for the BYRON Center offense.
Absolutely stunning. They get to start at the 27-yard line. Split back shotgun, the brothers Payne off either hip of Landon Tungate. Wing right is Laska, 2 tight ends. Snap, fake give. Drop to pass. Tungate firing to Laska. Caught at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, BYRON Center. They strike right away, 23-0.
What a start to the second half. BYRON Center making a huge statement, stealing possession on the kick, then immediately shot down the field, and he was wide open. Laska, Tungate finds him, scoring right away, not even 10 seconds into the third quarter.
Unbelievable. I mean, just the flip and the change as that one, as Hiller will look to add the extra point, could stretch it to a 24-0 lead. Right leg through the football for Hillard, and a twister is no good. He missed that one to the right. It remains 23-0 BYRON Center. But the Bulldogs strike only 9 seconds in with an onside and a quick throw to their senior running back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio.
Looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Upman George Duggan snags a kick away from Hillard at the 20, and Stutter steps over the 25-yard line. Well, now here comes the Mona Shores offense. Chandler, and now with 11:46 to go in this third quarter, things have become even that much more tricky in terms of what they have to try to traverse here, starting at their own 27 for Pittman and company.
Yeah, no doubt. After getting shut out in that first half, really have to find something, and now down an extra possession here after the Bulldogs able to strike quickly right there. But regardless, the offense, the task remains the same. You got to get going a little bit. You got to sustain a drive and try to get something going pretty quickly.
2 wide receivers and a wing to the right. Snap to Pittman. Speed option. The big senior will keep it. Rip it inside the shoulder of the edge rusher, Matt Orange, over the 30, and dives down to the 32-yard line for a gain of about 5 on the first down carry right there, as Pittman decides to keep it on the speed option. 11.5 to go, third quarter.
And that's usually not much of Pittman's game, but that's kind of what they're having to turn to here in the second half. Pittman, much more of a deliver the ball down the field and quarterback power runs rather than the speed option, but trying to get something going to the perimeter there, showing that option play.
Right hash mark. It'll be marked as a gain of 6 to the 23-yard line. Star, the H, moves across the line. Give to Stewart, looks to follow him. Cut up in the backfield. Initial penetration met him 3 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. Chris Brown Jr. finished him off for a loss of 3. Stewart just popped from all angles. 3rd down and 7, back to the 30.
It really has been pretty much a total domination by the Bulldogs' defensive line on just about every snap. The Sailors trying to do just about anything. They've had issues trying to contain that defensive line of the Bulldogs, whether it's in the pass game, there in the run game. They continue to go to work.
10.5 minutes to go. From the shotgun, Pittman goes to the hard count, now looks back to the sideline with a new message. Ball is in between the hashes, 2 wide receivers left with Carafel in the slot, McCorvey Hill. Johnson isolates right. McCorvey Hill goes in motion. They give it to him on the end around. Follows blockers over the 35. Has the first down to the 40 and gets shouldered down by Kellen Payne along with Landon Conrad to the 45-yard line. And a first down and a good run on the end around to McCorvey Hill. One of the first times we've seen a slot back run out of the ski gun option.
Have to imagine they'll show a little bit more of that. Try to avoid running at the trenches and right at that Bulldogs defensive line. They can go to those end arounds, get those slot backs in motion, try to get to the outside.
Just the third down of the ball game. Ball on the right hash mark, 2 receivers left. It'll be Pittman to keep it again. Sidesteps the first man and gets twisted down for a gain of 2 ahead to the 47-yard line. Stubblefield in on the stop right there, along with Kellen Payne, who will be credited the first contact. Mark will be the 48-yard line. 2nd and 7, 9:50 and less to go. Clock ticking here in the third quarter. Pittman long look back to the sideline. All navy blue home uniforms. Wears number 3 in white as he's getting that message in from Coach Koziak and relays it here. Ball to the right hash mark. Isolated receiver right is Johnson. He's got Isaac Lee on him defensively. Snap at the waist and a quarterback draw right up the middle over the 50-yard line. Pittman puts his head down to the pile and shoves his way to the 48-yard line on the other side. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 here for the Sailors.
And after being unable to hit some of the deep passes down the field, they've elected here on this first drive, they're just going to keep it on the ground or try to give it on the end around rather than some of those throws. Pittman being used in the run game intentionally more than he was in the first half. Staying on schedule, a run there on 2nd down, 3rd and short, now a manageable distance.
Mona Shores trails 23-0. They're having one of their more effective drives of the game right here, though, up to the opponent 48-yard line. 3 wide set, star the H-back right, give to Stewart, he'll cut it right side, has the first down over the 40, burst to speed to the 35-yard line, and Isaac Lee wraps up his right leg down to the 34. Stewart moves the chains for another 3rd down conversion on this drive.
Yeah, big one. Stewart able to bounce that one to the outside and turn it upfield. Another conversion for the Sailors, who looks like they're putting together a drive once again.
8.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mona Shores working pretty slowly on this drive compared to the pace, at least, of the BYRON Center offense. Ball on the right hash mark, 3 wide set. Snap from the shotgun, fake handoff. Pittman throwing deep, 5-yard line, caught McCorvey Hill into the end zone. Touchdown, Mona Shores. The Sailors on the board for the first time, 23-6. But there is a penalty marker. There is not a penalty marker. Touchdown, Mona Shores.
Score they desperately needed right there and able to get one pretty quickly. Not a lot of time off the clock. A nice start to the drive, all on the ground game, and then eventually setting up their shot down the field. And just like that, it opens up, able to get it over the top. McCorvey Hill gets behind the defense. Pittman hits him. And the first score of the game for the Sailors.
They will now, down 23-6, go for 2 here with 8:13 to go. Pittman from the gun. Slot back McCorvey Hill to the right. It'll be a quarterback keeper. Pittman beats past the first wave of tacklers, sidesteps into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and Mona Shores has brought it to 23-8 with 8:13 to go in the third. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back here from Sailor Stadium.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Golf 616 is Grand Rapids' newest and most elite indoor golf facility. A place where you can refine your swing, compete in a league, or simply enjoy a round of golf with friends. Golf 616, the perfect place to sharpen your game when you can't get out on the links. Located on West River Drive and 131 in Comstock Park. Find them on Facebook or online at golf616michigan.com.
Andrew Fisher boots one out of bounds to the right-hand side of the 20-yard line. So it'll be 35-yard line starting position here for this BYRON Center offense. Chandler, 8:13 to go, third quarter. They've been dominant. They've had the ball for just one play, though, in this second half. We just saw the most effective Mona Shores drive of the game. A big chance for an answer here for Tungate and company to really re-solidify their positioning in this game.
Yeah, no doubt they benefited from short fields multiple times, able to score after getting it on the special teams turnover. Right away, one-play scoring drive. Now on this one, trying to kill some time, up 2 scores, see if they can get some of that power run game going, trying to eat some of this clock and work their way down the field.
From the 35-yard line, Tungate in the gun. Cam Payne goes to his right hip. Lee in motion left to right, give to Payne over the 35-yard line, ripped down by big Jamari Taylor after a gain of a yard to the 36-yard line. Second down and 9 on the 36-yard line. We tick inside, 8 minutes to go, and BYRON Center's been the team that's been working a little bit more tempo in their offense. I think they're going to slow that tempo way down on this drive, and that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine they can go keep things pretty basic here, try to use some of their depth of their power backs, whether that's the Payne brothers. Laska's also gotten involved. Tungate also with his legs. Force the Sailors to try to stop your run.
They'll spread the field 4 wide here. Trips of receivers to the right-hand side. Fake handoff to Laska. Thrown into the right side on the bubble screen. Caught by Swartz. Rumbles over the 40. Spins over the 45 and gets tripped up to the 47-yard line by George Duggins. That's another first down for BYRON Center.
That's a quick throw out to the flat. Basically sets up as a screen. Swartz just kind of hanging right around the line of scrimmage. The other 2 receivers to that side run deep routes, clear out the coverage. And then just a simple throw from Tungate out that way. Allow Swartz to make the play after he's got the ball.
We'll tick inside, 7:05 to go in the third quarter. 23-8, BYRON Center. The Bulldogs with 2 receivers to the left-hand side from the shotgun. Tailback left, Cam Payne. Tungate into the gun. 4 down front coming for Mona Shores on 1st and 10. Snap high at the chest, given on to Cam Payne, and the sophomore drags his way over the 50, gets outside to 3 yards short of the marker as he's tripped out of bounds to the 46-yard line. J.C. Torrens, his fellow sophomore, brings him down. 6:34 and less to go, third quarter. The mark will be the 47-yard line, and it will be a 2nd down and 4 as now this offense working with a bit more tempo. Once again, 2 receivers will split to the left-hand side. Laska in motion from H-back, right to left, quarterback keeper. Tungate sidesteps the first wave of defenders, but he's ripped down by big Jamari Taylor after a gain of 1 to the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 as they give him the 45.
Try to motion Laska that way to act as a lead blocker for Tungate on the quarterback run, but Taylor able to slide in between there, get between the line and Laska and make the tackle. Short gain for Tungate.
3rd and 2. This is where they've been running Tungate on the quarterback power all game. Let's see if they do it again. Single wide receiver left, Chase Swartz. Everybody else loads up 3 tight ends, including the H-back left, Laska. Tungate with Cam Payne to the right hip. Puts Laska in motion. They give it to him on the end around. Blown up at the 50-yard line. Hunter Kruger like a missile busting through. And back to the 50-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
Much like the play they scored the touchdown on, trying to give it to Laska around the outside, but the Sailors not fooled that time, blowing that one up. Big loss. If they had, even if the BYRON Center offense had stayed right where they're at, they're probably going for it on 4th down. Now 4th and long, right at midfield. It looks like the punt team rather going to come on.
There was a little bit of discussion there from Coach Cisco, but he will bring the punt team out, and Laska will back inside the 40 to the 37-yard line to send this one on away to Micah Carafel, who strides back to his own 15-yard line. 4:40 to go. Mona Shores has come up with a stop. Snap at the helmet. Settle down. 1 step forward. Right leg through the ball. Low twister. Bounces down at the 25-yard line. Takes a good bounce for BYRON Center inside the 15 and gets touched up down to around the 11-yard line by Isaac Lee. All right, Mona Shores offense got a score. Now they have a chance to get the offense back out on the field and get something going again.
Yeah, it sure looks like, at least for the moment, they've sustained what could have been a knockout blow here early in the third quarter, 10 seconds in. Gave up their possession. Byron Center scores right away, but they are now able to get a score of their own, get a stop, chance to cut this to a one-score lead if they can punch it in the end zone once again.
All right, Mona Shores offense will begin at their own 13-yard line on the official mark, where that one was touched up by Isaac Lee. From the gun, snap at the waist. Pittman rips one left side, broken up 18-yard line as he was looking for Johnson. The coverage from Eli Farrow, who was dangerously almost all over another one right there. 2nd and 10 to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, again, trying to get some of those quick passes on first down, 5-yard out, just trying to get Johnson, but unable to connect right there.
4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Back to the short shotgun here. In motion, given on the end around, going right side to Davis. Has speed over the 20, has the 25, and gets shouldered out of bounds by Isaac Lee to the 27. That will move the chains, though, as Davis had a lot of speed coming around on the end around right there.
I think they've started to find something with those end around motions, trying to get to the perimeter of the defense and down the sideline with some of these runs. And they had a big one with McCorvey Hill on the last series. This time Davis gets it.
Davis, the speedster, also returns kicks for Mona Shores. 28-yard line will be the mark right here as we're down to 4:14 to go. Clock stop, third quarter. 23-8 Byron Center. Pittman from the gun. Give on to Stewart. Cuts left through the hole. Dives and submarines over the 35 to nearly the 36-yard line. Then he went down to the 35. A good gain of about 7 on first down for the hard-running junior. Bainbridge on the stop.
Yeah, this looks like a completely different Mona Shores offense right now in their first couple drives of this third quarter. Able to march down the field last time, now using a nice mix, getting the run game, getting Stewart going a little bit. Able to get a shot in the last drive that scored him the touchdown. We'll see when they want to take a shot on this drive.
Well, it looks more like the Mona Shores offense we normally expect out of them, how they want to run the ball, how they want to throw it off of it, versus a team that almost seemed like they were kind of working backwards a little bit in that last half. Pittman from the shotgun. In motion goes Davis, left to right. They fake it to him. Here comes the pass. Pittman steps up, fires deep over the middle, looking for Johnson. Overthrown at the 20-yard line, covered down the field by Will Lake. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 coming up right here as they take the deep shot over the middle.
Lake and Conrad both bracketing Davis down the field, making sure that one was not gonna be completed. Hit Pittman throwing that one well down the field. Looked like for a chance. Bulldogs gonna have a chance to get underneath it, but falls to the turf.
3rd down and 2 from their own 36-yard line. Pittman low snap, quarterback keeper over right guard, and he will push the pile down to the 40-yard line and move the chains by a couple of yards. So a good one right there from Pittman is he's able to keep them going. They got the good pickup on first down, able to take the shot down the field, and then he's able to answer a little bit of the Tungate-style offense with a quarterback power run. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 40 here for the Sailors as they trail it 23-8. Pittman looks to Coach Koziak on the sideline for a new call off the hard count. 3 wide receivers, 2 left, with Johnson along with the slot man, Bishop Davis. Low snap at the knees. Quick throw, left side, out route, caught 45-yard line. Jagger Johnson has the first down over the 40 and shakes his over the 50 and shakes his way out of bounds to the 45. Another chain mover. Mona Shores offense working well right now. 2:40 and less to go, third quarter.
Pittman right away seeing the coverage playing well off to that side. Johnson just able to cut that route off and find the football. Turned up, nice gain of 15 right there.
Mark right here to the 45-yard line on the Byron Center side of the field. Long look to the far sideline where Coach Koziak and the Signalers get the message in to this all navy blue adorned Mona Shores homestanding team, trailing 23-8, 2:13 to go from the short gun. Wing off the right side. Snap to Pittman. Give to Stewart. Sidesteps the defender in the backfield. Cuts it up to the 45. He's got the 40. Angles right. First down 35. Puts the shoulder down to Landon Conrad. Tate Bainbridge then was able to stop him up just long enough to end the forward progress to the 33-yard line. First down. What a run by Tamarion Stewart.
Yeah, he's now starting to break a couple big ones. Last couple carries, 15, 8, 12. All chunk runs starting to open up for the Sailors.
Back-to-back first down plays here for the Sailors. They started all the way down at their own 13-yard line, and they are driving. 3 wide set. Wing off the right side is James Starr. Now Pittman in the offense look back to the sideline. BYRON center right now bringing 3 down linemen. They stand off the far side of the line. Nolan Stubblefield as Mona Shores drives left to right here across the radio dial. Snap to Pittman, fake handoff. Here comes Stubblefield on the pressure. Pittman evading in the backfield. He'll tuck it and he'll run, and he steps out of bounds along the near sideline, getting back to the line of scrimmage and no further, but that was a good effort just to get that back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, they will say he loses a yard now on the mark back to the 35-yard line, but Stubblefield was immediately there in the backfield, and he was joined along in that pursuit by Kellen Payne almost immediately. 2nd down and 11 right here.
Yeah, pretty nice job for Pittman just to save some yardage right there. Still going to go down as a sack and a loss of 1, but could have been a big negative play there on 1st down. Able to get out and around some of the pressure, at least live to fight another down here on 2nd and just past the chains originally.
Clock stopped with 96 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 23-8 BYRON center. Mona Shores here will work out of a pistol with Starr, the wing right, give on to Stewart up the middle, and a false start is going to back them up even more right here. And tournament was already a 2nd and 11 now in the 2nd down and 16, but for the first time in this game we see that look as they go to kind of that power offset eye pistol with the wing Starr off the right hip and the tailback Stewart behind, but the penalty marker will turn this into a bit bigger problem. 2nd down and 16, 40-yard line. Penalties and fumbles and mistakes have certainly cost Mona Shores on a couple of different occasions throughout this ball game. They're in the middle of one of their most effective drives of the ball game. Started at their own 13-yard line. They've driven down now to the BYRON Center 40 with 1:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3 wide receiver, wing Starr off the right side. Davis goes in motion left to right, fake to him. Pittman to throw, lofts it down the field, overthrows everybody out of the arms as he was looking for Johnson of Landon Conrad, who was the closest one to it, looking for the INT. It's 3rd down and 16 back at the 40-yard line.
Another deep pass down the field and pressure again in the face of Pittman. Had to loft that one up there, deep post from Johnson. Looked like Conrad once again just out of his reach, but he was about the only one that had a chance deep down the field to try to make a play on it.
Kruger and Duggins come on right here for a bit of a power look on 3rd down and 16. Jagger Johnson along with Micah Carafel will be the receivers to the left-hand side of the tight end, with Kruger and Duggins off either side of the line. 3rd and 16 with 1:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. Up to the BYRON Center 40-yard line. Indefinite, obvious 4-down territory here. Johnson in motion. Now Carafel in motion and back. He'll go to the tight slot on the left. Carafel looks to go across the line again, but Mona Shores is forced to call a timeout. I don't know if that was maybe intended, trying to draw an offsides on their side to make it a little bit more manageable, but for the first time in this half, Mona Shores will be forced to burn a timeout. New for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow when the Knights host Hope College. Yeah, they're playing Hope College tomorrow, by the way, in a big one for the first time. Tune into the game starting at 1 o'clock on MichiganSportsRadio.com. All right, 40-yard line, 3rd and 16. What do you think Coach Koziak is thinking? It's obviously 4-down territory. You don't need all of it, and frankly, the deep shots outside of 1 haven't been there.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. I think you almost don't want it all right here. Every time they've tried something with those deep throws down the field, it's when things have gone bad, and Pittman just has to kind of launch it up. I think you're probably realistically looking to try to get half of this yardage here, try to get 8-9 yards. They've had some underneath throws. Expect the Bulldogs to be playing off a little bit. If they can maybe dump it off to Johnson, try to get some of this yardage. You don't really need it all right here, assuming you're probably going for it on 4th either way.
1:28 to go. Same look, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Left to right in motion goes Carafel with the receiver split to either side on 3rd and 16. Snap of the waist, Pittman to throw. Clutches, throws right side, caught Carafel, 31-yard line. Made Will Lake miss and then dives inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Good job. Mark will be the 27-yard line, and Carafel makes this very manageable. Make it the 26-yard line actually on the mark. A good mark right there for Mona Shores. Will make it 4th down and short.
4th and 2 for Mona Shores.
It will be a 4th and 2 as the mark goes all the way up to the 26-yard line. 3 wide receivers set. Wing right side is James Starr, the senior. Snap, quarterback keeper. Pittman has the first down, diving to the 20-yard line. What an effort right there to move the chains by the Sailors after they were backed up 3rd and 16. That's their 10th first down of the ball game.
Yeah, really nice job. Backed up well behind the sticks on 3rd down. Get a big chunk of it back with Carafel. His first reception of the game. He's been the leading receiver for the Sailors all season long, and just his first catch, but a big one. Gets 14 of the 16 they needed. And then, much like he has here in the 3rd quarter, conversion situation, they give Pittman the ball and use him with his legs.
Right at the 20, first trip to the red zone of the game. Fake handoff. Now Pittman will keep it over the 20, spinning to the 18-yard line into the pile where he stood up by Conrad and Farrow on the stop. Gain of about 3 there on that first down carry to the 17-yard line by Jonathan Pittman. 35 seconds and less. Clock ticking right here for the Sailors as Pittman is trying to get things set. 24 seconds and less. Clock ticking. A little bit of miscommunication in from the sideline as Mona Shores likely wants to try to run one more play down 23-8 here in this 3rd quarter. Again, Starr will be the H-back off the right side of the line. In motion, McCorvey Hill. Fake to him, quarterback keeper with room. Cut move, 15-yard line. Pittman jumps over defender, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Mona Shores. What a run by Pittman, and the Sailors are right back in it.
Well, it's been Pittman with his legs here in this 3rd quarter that's really started to open up some of the Sailors' offense. He was facing a lot of pressure. He was getting sacked. His runs weren't really going very far in the first half, but now starting to be really effective with his legs. Design quarterback run once again, 17 yards out, leaping over defenders, powering through, diving at the last second, able to get into the end zone. Powerful run as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter.
What an impressive drive as well. They start at their own 13-yard line and drive nearly the entire length of the field, and they will go for 2. Single wide receiver left, 2 tight ends, and an H-back out of the short pistol gun. Back to the sideline goes Pittman for a new call. Stewart, the tailback, to his right hip, and the wing right again this time is going to be Starr. Duggins, the tight end left. Kruger, the tight end right. Single receiver all the way split left is Jagger Johnson. 2-point conversion try to the pistol. Snap, fake give. Pittman to throw, flushed right out of the pocket, looking down the field. He'll tuck it, tumbles over a couple defenders into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Pittman gives up his body again. It's 23-16. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back here from Mona Shores.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game Night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a center can do for you. Andrew Fisher gets his back underway, tumbles one down inside the 10-yard line, taken on the back pedal by Carter Ahern, all the way across to the right, hashes at the 15, and gets stood up to the 17-yard line. That also will be the end of the 3rd quarter. A bit of new life for Mona Shores. We'll see if the BYRON Center offense is going to be able to answer. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here from Mona Shores.
Order groceries, schedule appointments, and rides online. So why not house cleaning? Sweep is West Michigan's go-to residential cleaning service. Order cleanings in minutes by selecting the rooms and services you need on the Sweep app. Pricing is transparent, scheduling is flexible, and we're fully bonded and insured. Visit sweepllc.com to download the Sweep app or book online. First-time users use promo code FIRSTORDER to get 10% off. sweepllc.com. A cleaning in a sweep.
Well, Welcome back to Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, all right, CT. After an 87-yard drive, certainly some life right here for Mona Shores, but BYRON Center will get to start with the football as we begin this second half. They start back at their own 17-yard line. The teams flip the field, and it'll be a 4-wide set to begin here for Tungate. He will quarterback draw up the middle to the 20-yard line and just shy of at the 19 as he is met up by Kruger and the defense after a gain of 2 on first down.
As both these teams are really searching in a big game like this as what they can try to figure out offensively. Who do they really trust? They both turn to their quarterbacks in the run game. Pittman just saw him score. Tungate now on first down when BYRON Center needing to answer. As the Sailors have stolen a lot of the momentum, they go right back to Tungate, try to get him going on the ground as well.
Second down and 8 right here from their own 19-yard line. BYRON Center looking to kill clock as much as anything in a 23-16 ball game. Somehow down to just a touchdown game. Laska in motion across the line. Fake give, Tungate to throw. Here comes the pressure. Able to sidestep Terpstra. Swing to the right-hand side. Tucks it down and gets ripped down out of bounds. Back to a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. Could have been a loss of much more as he was chased down. It was Terpstra, the first one of that backfield, making him flush. And Tungate had to make quite the play just to get back to the original line of scrimmage to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Sailors bringing some pressure. 2 extra guys from that left side, the right side for Tungate, and right in his face. He saw it at the last second, able to spin out of there, avoided what would have been a big loss. Still able to fight forward, get some of that yardage back, but right back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. Now's where going to have to see what they have dialed up. They have gone away from the pass game a little bit here, but going to need one on 3rd and long.
This game was 23-0. Just inside 11 minutes to go. 4-wide set on 3rd and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Trips left, snap at the chest. Tungate clutches, fires left side, incomplete. He was looking for Will Lake. Good coverage down the field by Bishop Davis. And BYRON Center will have to punt it up 7. Unbelievable turn of fortune to this ball game.
Yeah, another big stand from the Sailors defense and able to get off the field really quickly. 3 and out from BYRON Center. Not at all what they were looking for. They were hoping to at least put a drive together, kill some time, but first down run goes a couple yards. Then they went backwards after that. Incompletion. Tungate leading his receiver a little bit too far up the field, and the Sailors, with all the momentum in the world, going to get the football back.
All right, this will be Laska. He backs to his own 4-yard line to send it away to Micah Carafel, who stands at his own 46. Snap a little to the right, settled down by Laska. Right leg through the football. Short end-over-end punt. Touches down to the 45-yard line. Fight for the football. I think it went off the back of one of the Mona Shores upmen. At the bottom of the pile, BYRON Center is saying they have it. Both teams are peeling members off. There was an awkward punt that hit, I think it was potentially at the bottom of it, Solomon Robertson. The officials are talking about it. BYRON Center certainly acting like they have the football right now.
Yeah, we'll see. No doubt the Bulldogs and Isaac Lee came out of the pile with the football. We'll see if we're going to have an overrule here of it did look like the Sailors initially had it, but then Lee may be stealing it away at the bottom of the pile. So going to be a bit of a judgment call right here if they're going to give the ball back to the Sailors or if they're going to stick with Lee and the Bulldogs who came out with the ball.
I mean, if BYRON Center flips the position, or flips the possession, I should say, again on special teams play like this, it'll certainly, be the story of this ball game. And all 4 officials gathered on the Mona Shores M logo at center field discussing this still. I think both teams have their offense out. I believe they do.
Offense on offense.
So both teams definitely not trying to, send a message one way or the other who should have the ball. The officials break. It will be Mona Shores football. So the Sailors were the first to recover it, and they also are now going to get to start in plus field position at the 47-yard line, down 7. What a comeback this has been and could be.
Yeah, no other way to put it. That was a huge call right there. Either way that it went.
Yeah.
If it's BYRON Center, they get the football back and steal possession on special teams, but Mona Shores getting the football, now they've got great field position.
From the pistol, fake give, read option keeper, up the middle. Pittman gets the 45-yard line and had white jerseys from all angles. Payne and Conrad and a couple of the big guys. Stubblefield in on the stop, gain of 2 right there to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Pittman's now turned into a bit of a power back himself, and he's been carrying the ball a lot. 13 carries now for 28 yards, and they've really started to lean on him, and have to imagine they will the rest of the way.
Snap, speed option, keeper, Pittman. He'll have it over the 40, races to the 30, penalty marker behind him as he gets tripped down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. But right where he turned the corner, there is some laundry down on the field, and I believe this one is coming back against the Sailors. Despite the first down, they're marching it backwards. It will be coming back.
Yeah, I think they got the receiver to that side. James Starr out on the outside as Pittman was looking to take that one to the next level. Holding on the receiver, going to bring this one back after a big run.
So big mistake right there is going to turn this into 2nd and long as the ball goes back to the 50-yard line for a 2nd down and 13-yard line. Portage Central leads Mattawan, by the way, 22-0. The winner of this game will get the winner of that contest. So 2nd and 13 right at midfield at the 50-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Mona Shores has scored 16 unanswered. They lead it, or they trail 23-16. End around give on to Starr, the H-back. Made a man miss at the 50, stumbles over the 45, bursts his speed over the 40, spins his way over the 35, and gets trucked down to the 33-yard line. What a run by Starr. That will move the chains.
Well, after he just committed the penalty that brought that last one back to give the ball right to him and let him make a big play. A little bit of trickery. Bulldogs looked like they initially had it to that side, but just over-pursued up the field. Starr able to turn the corner off left end and then turn that one upfield, get that penalty yardage right back.
32-yard line will be the mark. 9:59 to go. From the gun, 3 wide receivers for Pittman. Davis in motion right to left. They give it to him at the 30. Turns the corner 25 and races out of bounds to the 24-yard line. Looks like maybe that foot actually first went out of bounds, turning the corner to the 26. He was shoved out by Conrad. 9:54 to go. It'll be a gain of 5 on first down. 27-yard line, the mark. Ball on the left hash mark, 2 receivers left. The slot again is Bishop Davis. Quarterback keeper Pittman, but whistles down, and a timeout is called from the Mona Shores bench right before that one was snapped to Pittman. We will take a break and be right back. 9:52 to go. Mona Shores has scored 16 unanswered. They trail it 23-16.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or Snack Crackers, select varieties of Farmland Sliced Bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light Drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
2nd and 5, Mona Shores back to work. Pittman, fake handoff, throws right side. Johnson snags it and then drops it at the 16-yard line on the slant. Or did he hang on to it? It is completed. Johnson able to survive it, and he will get marked down as he's tackled by Lake to the 20-yard line. That will move the chains for Mona Shores. The motion at first from the BYRON Center defense looked like it was incomplete. Instead, it's a first down ahead to the 21-yard line. Good quick throw right there to the slanting Jagger Johnson.
Yeah, I think Johnson, the ball maybe came out, but they were ruling he was down before the ball came out. The BYRON Center staff either wanted a fumble or an incompletion, but they don't get either completion instead for the Sailors.
9:36 to go. 7-point game. 16 unanswered scored here by Mona Shores. Pittman puts Davis in motion. They fake it to him. Quarterback keeper sidesteps over the 15 and dives down to the 14-yard line where he was sent down by Landon Conrad. 9:21 and less to go. Bainbridge also credited some contact on the stop. It's a gain of 6 and a 2nd and 4.
I would have thought 9 seconds into the third quarter that Mona Shores would be driving right now in the red zone with a chance to try to take the lead or tie this game up.
Fake handoff again to Davis. Pittman, a keeper, has the first down and pushes the pile down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal for Mona Shores. It's their second trip here to the red zone of the ball game. Another first down for this offense that's been absolutely rolling in the second half.
They've been using a lot more of that motion from one side to the other, and then it's either the give to one of the slot backs going to the outside, or Pittman, the middle of the field has opened up a lot for him, and I have to imagine it's been working now down inside the goal line. You'll see it again.
Pittman puts Davis in motion right to left. It's another keeper. Pittman up the middle, drags a couple of defenders with him into the end zone. Touchdown, Mona Shores. They've come all the way back, 23-22.
The comeback is real. They run that same look that they've shown a lot. This Mona Shores offense that they run for years and years is really starting to heat up here in the second half. Pittman on the keeper, another rushing touchdown for him, and now going to try to, looks like, tack on the extra point and tie this thing up.
Unbelievable second half, and now Pittman, after the score, will get to hold. High snap, settle down, left leg through the football for Ezra Carafel, and it is good. And we are tied 23-all with 8:33 in the fourth. Don't go anywhere. 23 unanswered. Mona Shores have come all the way back.
Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Granville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com.
Welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. 8.5 minutes to go. It was 23-0 Byron Center. Just a few seconds into the third quarter, it is 23-all in this District Division II championship game. Andrew Fisher, right to left, right leg through the football, sends it away at the 15-yard line. It's taken in by Will Bombach. The sophomore has the 30, sprints over the 35, and twists down to the 39-yard line. Good return right there for Byron Center. This offense has got to find a way to get something going now. 8.5 to go in the fourth. Here comes Tungate and the BC offense.
It's a Byron Center team that's got to be shell-shocked a little bit after they were up 23-0, thinking the offense was going to coast and try to just kill some clock to end this one out. Now the pressure's on them. They got to try to answer the wave that has been the Mona Shores offense and defense here in the second half.
They will get the 40-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Campaign motions to the right side. Tungate looking down the field. Lofts it for Will Lake. Diving grab made at the 30 and tumbles down inside of the 29-yard line. What a grab by the senior. And Byron Center shifts the field down deep into opponent territory.
Well, right away they answer. The first snap, taking a shot down the field. It wasn't the first read for Tungate. He was looking to the flat and was going to swing it out there. Sailors defense had it covered. Looks back to the middle of the field and sees a streaking Lake down the middle, able to put it out in front of him in a tremendous effort. Lake lunging out to secure that one in a big play right away.
Big game for Lake continuing on the tumble. He'll get the 27-yard line. 3 tight ends, single receiver right, Conrad from the left hash mark. Tailback is the big guy, Campaign. But before they snap this one, there was something that Coach Cisco did not like, and the Bulldogs will call their first timeout of this half. A big play right there, though, for Byron Center, CT. Down the field to Lake, who's kind of been their best receiver. Obviously had the touchdown to open up the ball game, but with all the momentum, very, very clearly in your opponent's direction. A big job to get the ball down the field right there from BYRON Center. Now they have a little bit more of the playbook open to them as well.
Yeah, for sure. Something to ease the nerves a little bit after Mona Shores has been really dominating here the second half. Needed to find an answer on the offensive side right away, able to get a big play, flip the field. Now they've got time and the field position working in their favor to try to eat away here and get a score.
7 minutes, 55 seconds to go from the Mona Shores 27-yard line. Left hash mark, 2 receivers go right. Alaska motions left to right across the line from H-back. End around give, coming back left side. Alaska has the 20, burst of speed to the 15, and wrestled down inside the 10, diving to the 6, to the 5-yard line. First and goal. What a play call on the reverse, coming back the other way to Alaska.
That's a play that they were trying to set up earlier and had the false start on that negated it. They come back to it here, get a big play in the pass game. Now go to a little bit of trick reverse play right there. Alaska gets around the corner, down to the 5-yard line. Goal line situation for the Bulldogs, trying to score here and take the lead.
7.5 to go. BYRON Center have moved it quickly on this drive. Traveling white uniforms, black pants, black helmet, break it out. Single wide receiver, ball on the left hash mark, all the way out wide to the left is Isaac Lee. Tungate leans into the gun. Tailback Kellen Payne, right hip, he'll follow Payne. Tungate twists down to the 1-yard line. Second goal. He got upended right at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to fall all the way forward for 4 yards and a second down and goal from the 1-yard line. 7 minutes and less to go in the ball game. Tied at 23. BYRON Center threatening to go back up.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to the exact same play call right here. Tungate try to get him just the quarterback keeper right over the middle, allow him to plunge into the end zone.
Second down and goal, 1-yard line. Same look, 3 tight ends. Alaska to the right side will be a wing. He'll motion. Tungate, keeper, up the middle, stuffed at the line of scrimmage, leaning. He's not in. Thuggins met him in the hole. Third down and goal, 1-yard line and less. It'll be inside the 1-yard line.
Well, they did go right back to the same play call, but the interior defense line for the Sailors able to hold their ground. Looked like Tungate wanted to reach that one out and was going to try to go for the goal line, but maybe thought better of it, knowing the Sailors have a chance to try to punch it out before he extended across the goal line. Bulldogs going to live to fight here again on 3rd and 1 from the 1.
6 minutes to go, tied at 23 again. Tight end off either side. H-back right, Laska. Tailback is Cam Payne, the sophomore. Laska motions right to left. Snap to Tungate. He'll follow him into the end zone. Touchdown, BYRON Center. The Bulldogs back on top.
Another big answer from the Bulldogs. They'd been kept off the field for a while. The Sailors dominating the third and the early parts of the fourth quarter here, but when they needed it, tie ball game, they get the drive that they wanted, get a shot play to start it off, and then able to cap it eventually. 1-yard plunge by Tungate.
They go 47 on that drive. They lead at 29-23. And now Dawson Hiller to look to add the extra point. He did, of course, miss one earlier on in this half. Foot strikes through the ball right down the hatch. It's good. 30-23. BYRON Center over Mona Shores. Will keep it with you here. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. My goodness, CT. What a ball game. 5:46 to go. Back and forth we continue to go. I mean, what an effort by Mona Shores to even give themselves a chance. And now they've got another chance, once again down 7 and plenty of time on the clock to try to answer again.
Yeah, we've got ourselves a ball game really out of nowhere. It seems like Mona Shores making a big push to get this thing tied. BYRON Center right away finds an answer of their own. It's the Sailors offense that is night and day, been completely different here in the second half. The first half, shutout. Second half, just about everything's been working. Able to get back to what their offense has historically been and looking to find another scoring drive right here and answer BYRON Center.
Bishop Davis will back to return this one to his own 5-yard line. Left to right, it will be Hillard who just added the extra point to make it 7 to send this one away. 5:46 to go in the ball game. Division II district championship game between 2 of West Michigan, 2 of the state's best. Hillard Sends it down to the 1 yard line. Taken on the back pedal here by Davis. He'll cut it up to the 20. Strafe move to the 25. On his feet to the 35. Spinning over the 40 where he gets ripped down by the kicker to the 45-yard line. Davis nearly took it. He took some contact and then the kicker finished him off.
That's a good start for the Sailors. A big return. Able to get just short of midfield, the 45-yard line. An offense that's really been rolling in the second half. Once again, just going to have to go 55 yards to try to tie this one back up.
Pittman from the gun. Wing right, in motion goes McCorvey Hill. They give it to him, puts the foot in the ground at the 45 and twists down to the 49-yard line. He got ripped down by the waist by Payne. A gain of 4 on first down. 5:22 to go in the fourth, 30-23.
They just continue to use that mix of the slot guy in motion in the handoff and then the power run with Pittman off of it. Just back and forth, and that's been what's really opened things up.
Pittman puts McCorvey Hill in motion, fakes it to him up the middle. Pittman over the 50. He will drag Matt Orange with him all the way up to the 45-yard line and for a first down on that run as well. Man, Pittman just runs with so much power, Chandler.
Yeah, he sure does, and haven't seen as much of that part of his game, but when he's needed it here tonight, he's been putting his body on the line. 17 carries now, 55 yards for Pittman, and they continue to let him go to work between the tackles.
30-23, BYRON Center. The Bulldogs have gone back on top after it was 23 unanswered from the Sailors. Right to left, McCorvey Hill in motion. Fake handoff. Drop to pass. Pittman lost one left side for Stewart. Taps the toes at the 25-yard line and makes the catch. What a grab along the sideline. Good coverage there from Conrad, but Stewart able to walk the tightrope and move it inside the 25-yard line.
Second time Pittman and Stewart have been able to connect in the passing game. Last one went for 30 yards. This one, another big one down the sideline. Stewart, even though he's a running back, able to make the catch and get the feet down.
23-yard line. Again, McCorvey Hill in motion, and again, fake to him with some speed over the 15. Pittman dragging Kellen Payne with him all the way up to the 11-yard line for another first down.
It seems like Pittman just gets stronger and stronger as the game's gone along. He's wearing down some of those Bulldog defenders between the tackles once again, just fighting forward. Another big run.
Pittman with 4:15 to go in the ball game, trailing by 7. He'll get the 11-yard line. McCorvey Hill in motion, fake to him. Pittman will keep it again. Spins off the first wave of tacklers and pushes his way all the way down to the 6-yard line. I mean, they're making the contact initially, but I mean, it took Kellen Payne to rip him down at the end. He's just fighting forward time and time again. Got 6 on first down to the 6-yard line for a 2nd and 4 here.
Yeah, and Pittman feeling it. As soon as he gets up, he's turning around and giving the let's go signal back to the sideline. He wants the ball again.
Same look right here. 2 receivers right. Again, McCorvey Hill in motion. Again, it's a fake. It's the same play, and this time it's blown up. Nolan Stubblefield once again shot out of the cannon, meeting Pittman in the backfield for a loss of a couple. 3.5 minutes to go. It's 3rd down.
The first tackle for a loss you've seen for a while from the Bulldogs, able to get Pittman in the backfield. They go back to the exact same play call, this time able to wrap him up in the backfield. Now 3rd and 6 from the 8.
Yeah, up to the BYRON Center 8-yard line. 3:10 to go, down by 7. Snap out of the gun to Pittman. Lofts it for Johnson, right corner of the end zone. It's intercepted. It is caught and ripped away by Lake. He slides down to the 1-yard line. He was trying to get down, but it looks like it is going to be picked off at the 1-yard line by Lake, as he did not get down in the end zone. He instead slides just outside the end zone, essentially right at the goal line.
A lot to break down right there. They take a shot to the end zone, looking for Johnson on the out route that way. Lake, really nice coverage. He saw the eyes of Pittman the entire way and able to jump that one. Looked like there was a bit of contact, but both guys had their heads turned around looking for the football. Lake able to get it. Then it looked like he panicked a little bit once he had the interception, was going to try to bring it back. And at the last second tried to get down, realizing touchback may be the better option, but it was too late. He's down inside the 1-yard line, so a tough spot for this BYRON Center offense to come out to.
2nd interception thrown of the game for Pittman, as it's Lake, who also has a TD grab coming up with that one. 3:01 to go. Byron Center will load it up. Single receiver left. They put Tungate under center. Quarterback keeper, and the push goes Byron Center's way. They get up to around the 2 or 3 yard line. Some hand fighting and pushing at the end of the play as well. But a good push will get all the way to actually about the 5 yard line as they continue to scrap at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, how about that push from the offensive line for the Bulldogs? Huge right there. Sailors sending everything they had, trying to make a tackle and try to get a safety and the ball back. And the offensive line just able to push forward for 4 yards as Tungate under center, and that changes things a little bit now that they're out to the 5.
2.5 to go in the fourth. Up to the 5 yard line, 2nd down and 6. Tungate goes back to the shotgun with Cam Payne to his left hip. Alaska moves right to left across the line. Keeper from Tungate, left side over the 5. He gets tripped up to the 6. It'll be 3rd down and 5 here for Byron Center as we tick inside 2 minutes to go. Mona Shores just 1 timeout remaining right here.
Yeah, with a conversion right here, the Bulldogs can go a long ways towards wrapping this one up. If the Sailors can force a 4th down right here, they can take their timeout. They'll have enough time to try to score once again and tie this game up or take the lead. But right here, need a play on 3rd down to try to force that opportunity.
They will give falling ahead Tungate the 7 yard line officially right here. 3rd down and 4, 1:37 to go. Clock is ticking here. 30-23 Byron Center. Mona Shores looking to save their season on their home field. They won the first duel between these two. They completed a 23-point comeback, but the Bulldogs now in great position. Fake handoff. Tungate left side to keep up to the 10-yard line. He needed the 11. Let's see where the mark is. He was leaning for the first. He'll get the first. Right on the mark. Tungate moves the chains.
Very close to the line to gain right there. Bit of a counter run as they fake the slot give, much like Mona Shores has in the second half. Byron Center uses it to their advantage right there. Tungate diving forward, was right at the line. The official to that side who placed the ball down, pointing right away that was enough to pick up the first down, no measurement needed. And now Byron Center can effectively kill the clock.
Yeah, we'll be inside 40 seconds to go, just the 1 timeout. And here comes the victory formation for the Bulldogs. Snap to Landon Tungate. Knees it down, but a penalty marker is down as well. We'll see what this is. With 28 seconds on the clock. Well, they lost last year to East Lansing in the regional championship game. Did Byron Center an offside penalty against Mona Shores.
Yeah, Sailors just a last-ditch effort to try to force something on the quarterback Neal there, trying to cause some issues in the quarterback-center exchange.
All right, once more, here comes the Neal from Tungate that can put the ball game away. Kneels it down, and Byron Center is going to fend off Mona Shores on the Sailors' home field here tonight. It was 23-0. Mona Shores fought all the way back, but Landon Tungate in this senior-laden Bulldog team has enough at the end, Chandler, and they win it 30-23. The Bulldogs are district champions, and the Bulldogs will fight on to the regionals.
What a game all around. The fight from the Sailors to come back and make that game down 23-0. Bulldogs eventually getting the district win. It looked like they were going to be able to cruise to a district championship. Mona Shores making it a game, but when they needed it, Byron Center able to come up with a scoring drive. Tungate touchdown run in the fourth quarter to seal things, and a big win for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. Handshake line takes the two sides in, and we have got a lot to get to, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for our MGN Shop postgame show. 30-23. Byron Center will move on to the regional championship.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple: to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
The pulse of our community flows through all of us. Your blood donation keeps it strong. Schedule your donation at versity.org or call 866-MI-BLOOD. Together, we are a beacon of hope.
Uccello's Restaurante is where great food and sports come together. There's something for everyone, from a variety of handcrafted pizzas along with classic Italian dishes. With over 50-plus TVs in each location, you won't miss any action of the big game. Plus, they deliver. To check out their menu or order online, go to uccellos.com. Check us out to see why we're the #1 sports lounge in the area.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both BYRON Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, welcome back here to the MGN Shop post-game show. What a game this was. District champions BYRON Center goes on the road into Mona Shores. They avenged their loss the first time around. There was a lot that happened in the middle of it. I'll send it to you first, Chandler, for some stats, and we'll take a look at some second-half highlights.
All right, we'll start with the Sailors on the ground. Pittman, 20 carries for 69 yards. Stewart, 9 for 57. McCovey Hill with 2 for 19. Davis had 21. And Starr with 18 through the air. Pittman, 6 completions for 122 yards, 54 to Stewart, 27 to Johnson, 33 to McCorvey Hill, and 14 to Carfell through BYRON Center side. Tungate through the air, 159 pass yards, 47 to Lee, 54 to Lake, 32 to Alaska, 15 to Conrad, 11 to Schwartz on the ground. Tungate, 46 rush yards. Kellen Payne, 11, Campaign 17, and Lasco 38.
All right, let's take a look at some second-half highlights. It was 17-0 at the break. BYRON Center then went to kind of a mid-length pooch kick that they were able to pick up possession of the football at the very start of the half, and on the first play from scrimmage of the half, it was a streaking Lasco from Landon Tungate that put them up 23-0 after a missed extra point, but a dominant 3-score start right away in this second half for BYRON Center. Alaska, 2 tight ends. Snap, fake, give. Drop to pass. Tungate firing to Alaska. Caught at the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, BYRON Center. They strike right away. 23-0. Then it was Mona Shores fighting their way back. They would score 23 unanswered. This was the first of them as Pittman tossed it up to McCorvey Hill. From the shotgun, fake handoff. Pittman throwing deep, 5-yard line. Caught McCorvey Hill into the end zone. Touchdown, Mona Shores. The Sailors on the board for the first time, 23-6. But there is a penalty. Jonathan Pittman had a couple of runs in a row. Then as he started to take over with his legs, this was the first one from Pittman, giving up the body to tumble into the end zone. In motion, McCorvey Hill, fake to him, quarterback keeper with room, cut move 15-yard line. Pittman jumps over defender, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Mona Shores. What a run by Pittman, and the Sailors are right back in it. Then it was Pittman from 7 yards out to complete the comeback. Pittman puts Davis in motion right to left. It's another keeper. Pittman up the middle. Drags a couple of defenders with him into the end zone. Touchdown, Mona Shores. They've come all the way back, 23-22. And lastly, Landon Tungate then. There was a pick to end the game from Will Lake, but before that, Landon Tungate with the winning score from BYRON Center, plunging in from a yard out. Campaign the sophomore. Laska motions right to left. Snap to Tungate. He'll follow him into the end zone. Touchdown, BYRON Center. The Bulldogs back on top. All right, so that all adds up to 30-23. BYRON Center goes on the road and are able to hold off the charging back Sailors. We've got a lot still to get to. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the MGN Shop postgame show as we'll wrap this one up, hand out some awards, and start to look ahead.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Grandville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game Night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a Center can do for you.
Welcome back to the MGN Shop postgame show. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, 30-23, BYRON Center. What a statement win. They go into Mona Shores. They lead at 23-0. They surrender that entire lead, and they do wind up striking last in. The Bulldogs are able to hold on and win this one. First off, let's hand out some awards. Let's start with our Car Center hit of the game, a couple different options, but we're going to go to a few different hits for our hit of the game. But it was the sacks on Jonathan Pittman. Was it 3 or 4 in this ball game? He was just engulfed, and especially in that first half, 3 sacks in the first half, just constantly under pressure from this BYRON Center front line led by Stubblefield, Brown, and the big guys.
Yeah, no doubt. They were really dominating the line of scrimmage, especially in the first and second quarter. Pittman, anytime he dropped back, was met with a lot of pressure in the backfield. Those guys, Stubblefield, the one that I think had a sack at least and was bringing a lot of pressure. A couple other guys that were constantly in the backfield as well, delivering some hits.
All right, on to our player of the game presented by the Farmers Insurance Bennett Center Agency for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance needs. See what a center can do for you at 616-980-4949. Of course, you know, Will Lake gets a very, very big honorable mention for his touchdown grab and his game-sealing interception. But Landon Tungate, he threw that one to Lake. He had a couple of more scores with his legs as well and just constantly needed his legs in the biggest moment. The player of the game was probably going to go to whatever quarterback won, and it was Tungate tonight.
Yeah, both quarterbacks, tremendous players, and whoever made the final play and was going to come out on top, likely going to be the player of the game here. And Tungate able to get that last plunge in, take the lead, had big numbers through the air, 159 yards, right around 50 rushing yards as well, carried the ball 22 times, and anytime they needed to play, he was able to make it.
Centennial Securities presents our play of the game, and Centennial Securities is focused on offering their clients the best investment products, services, and advice. They provide recommendations and customized investment solutions specifically designed and customized for you and your unique goals. Visit them online at centennialsec.com. And for our play of the game again, honorable mention Will Lake for the interception in the end zone. But the winning score, Landon Tungate, plunges his way into the end zone and puts the Bulldogs on top for good. Campaign the sophomore. Laska motions right to left. Snap to Tungate. He'll follow him into the end zone. Touchdown, Byron Center. The Bulldogs back on top. So as we wrap this one up here on our Radio Plus coverage tonight, Chandler looking ahead. Not sure where we are going to be next week. It very likely might be back with this Byron Center Bulldogs team based on some of the other. There's a lot of upsets going on around the area. I have to say that much for sure. West Catholic has already fallen to Catholic Central. South Christian is potentially about to fall. Heavy D4 championship favorite, Unity Christian. We'll see how that goes in the final 8 minutes. But Chandler, as we wrap this one up, this is a Byron Center team here that I think tonight, the way they won this one, especially early, making a statement, I think you're looking at a team that really has a chance to make quite the run, potentially to Ford Field with the way that they played tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. I think even a few weeks back when you're looking at the bracket right away for D2, this was the game that you kind of circled where it's going to be tough for whoever comes out of this one. Whoever won this game was going to have a tough path. But if they get past this one, definitely things open up a little bit where this team challenge either way for Byron Center, Mona Shores. But now that Byron Center able to advance, looking like if they can play the way they did in the first half, no doubt can go on a run and want to clean some of the things up that happened in the second. But a team that if they play at their best could definitely be at Ford Field.
Didn't necessarily look like a game that was going to live up to the hype at first, but it certainly did down the stretch. 30-23 the final. Byron Center able to strike last and win the ball game as the defense holds at the end as well. And they are district champions on the road in big fashion. They'll move on to take on Portage Central next week in a regional championship game in Division II. For Chandler Timmer and everyone at Michigan Sports Radio and Michigan Game Night, my name is Nate Dreyer signing off. Make sure you follow along at migamenight.com to find out where exactly we are going next week on Game Night, and plenty of other content coming your way before that as well. What a ball game. Byron Center over Mona Shores. Congrats to the Bulldogs. They're moving on.